Right. Okay. Okay. Still no chat. I was really hoping once I hit stream, start stream, I was really hoping as soon as I pressed that, it would just, it would just give me the chat. For some reason, rather, on my OBS, I don't see chat right away. I realize I can just, go over to the actual, stream itself and just pop out chat. That is a thing I can do. But there's one that, good afternoon, hey, Orful, what's up? But for one reason or another, I used to have chat, in my OBS, and I don't know why it's not there, so give me a sec. Can I pull this out, please? Could I? Should I? Would I? Mayhaps? Ugh. It's one of those things that's existed forever, so I'm just why is it not here now? I know why. It's because it's because I had gotten rid of my initial scene, and I haven't, and so I basically have had to just start all over. Hi, Illuminati, yo, what is good? Maybe I'll just leave it alone for now. You know what? I can just take the screen. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. It's like it never left. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Let's say I'm doing okay. How's my audio, by the way? Is it fine? I haven't changed a lot in the technical sense. So my computer's pretty much the exact same, so there shouldn't really be any massive differences or anything, but yeah. What has changed, let me tell you, is that I moved recently. The big move happened a few weeks ago at this point, and I've been spending the entirety of this month just trying to get all my hens in order, and oh boy, it's been a time, let me tell you. I am very excited that now I'm living in a new space. Audio's good? Great, thank you. Honestly, I've been telling myself for a very long time, and I've even made it a New Year's resolution, believe it or not, to be living in a house. And that is exactly what I'm doing now. My new place is a house, a house. And I'm still renting it. It's not like I'm a homeowner or anything. It's not like I'm putting down a mortgage, paying out the butt for some home somewhere. I am still renting, but it's a house. It's a house. And it's a lovely house, too. It's kind of on the older side, which, yeah, I don't mind. I'm not judgmental in that way. It's great. It's, out just, I don't know, the suburbs and shit. I like the location. It's near, a lot of, I don't know, shops and whatnot. Convenient location. So, the location's, great. But the actual, moving in process was psychotic. It was hell on earth. I don't know how to fully articulate in words the amount of bad luck I had in... Oh, Lord, hi, I kneel. Welcome. I cannot fully describe in words how much bad luck I had while trying to move. For one thing, I work a part-time job, which I think I've made pretty clear to anybody that knows. And that part-time job is, they're totally fine with me moving. But the place that I ended up at is very far away. So it's like, well, okay, all right, then I'll just deal. I'll just figure it out. I moved. That's what I'm talking about right now. I moved home, and I've been going through it, let me tell you. It's been kind of chaotic, honestly. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, it's been chaotic. In the middle of the move, I had to basically call up my the boss over at my part-time job and tell them, like, hey, can I maybe get transferred to a closer place? And they said, yes, you can. But not right away. And I'm like, what is not right away? And they say, we can get you to a closer place, but it's probably not going to happen for several months. So I'm like, awesome. Well, I mean, I guess I can just drive long distance to get to where I need to go. That's fine. But it's kind of a pain, but I'll deal with it. You know, who cares? Then my car broke. I'm aware. I've been aware for a good while. Just wish to know if things are okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, things are settling down now. As I just said, I had my car break. That was the worst of it, honestly. That was the goddamn worst of it. I had, there was such a distance between me and the job, and my part-time job. And, I wish that I was just making money off of this straight up. Honestly, it would have been a different story if I made money exclusively off of, streaming. That at least would have been, interesting, because then I could have, given more, I don't know, updates or something. I could have, made that into something. The travel to work went from I'm driving a car to I'm taking the train and taking the bus. I had to use 2 different modes of transportation in order to get to my part-time job, because they couldn't get me any closer. No offense to my work, you know, they're doing the best that they can. I understand that this is complicated, so I'm not mad at them or anything. It's just bad luck. My car broke in such a way that it was irreversible. It was either I'd have to pay a bunch of money to repair it or just get a new car. So I got a new car. I have a new car. It's fine. It's it's like an older used car, because that's pretty much all I can really get. But yeah, that's what I had to deal with for quite some time. The car broke. I had to get another car. For 2 weeks, I had to take a train and a bus to get to work. But hey, now the things are finally settling down. Finally settling down. When I got the news that my car had broke, when it became clear to me that this was not going to be something I could just easily repair, I had a legit just gentle mental breakdown on the ground of my old apartment. I was in my living room. I just got off the phone with the mechanic. They told me how fucking amazingly expensive it was. It was some $5,000, which at that point you could just look for another car. And I remember just looking at a sea of boxes and being like, I don't have a car. I need to move all this shit. What do you mean I don't have a car? Oh. Throughout all this, I do have some family members that were really helpful, which I appreciate. I got some friends and family that let me kind of bum a ride from them to get all of my stuff out. So that was very cool of them. We eventually made it work in the end, which is great, which is really, really great. But man, oh man. I'm just glad that I could finally calm down. There was a day where I was laying in my bed and it hit me. Oh, okay. I don't have to do anything today. I can just sit down. Okay. Fucking finally. Now there's still stuff to do. We're still getting some things installed. This house is kind of a fixer-upper. I said it was old. So it needs a few things like changed. I think like the windows, not all the windows, some of the windows are going to be like replaced. We also don't have a washing machine to do our laundry. So I need to go like somewhere else to do my laundry, basically. However, we're getting that fixed as well. Everything is getting fixed slowly but surely. So yeah. Woo. Glad things have calmed down. Random, but I've caught a whole load of PS2 games on an emulator while you were away. Hey, very cool, very cool. Oh my God. I mean, well, kind of same. Well, all this crazy shit was happening. Every now and then I would just like, when I had a fucking enough, when I was just like, I need to calm down for like 30 minutes. I would go to my Steam Deck and I would just start plugging away at games. I've played almost all of Tunic, which if you guys, hopefully you guys know Tunic. Tunic is so fucking cool. Highly recommend it. Maybe I'll stream it at some point because it's worth it. But yeah, that was a great distraction in the meantime while everything was going down. I also played through almost all of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I played through almost all of that. Almost all of it. I also played almost all of Tunic. Both those games I haven't like fully completed because I want to like 100% them. I don't 100% a lot of games. Like I don't give a fuck. I've also been playing Super Mario World, which I'm not 100%ing that. I'm not getting all the little like secrets or whatever the fuck. I'm playing Donkey Kong Country 2. I'm not getting all the coins in that. I don't give a shit. I just want to like play through the whole game and that's it. Tunic though, oh, like Tunic is so cool and like it's all about the mystery. So I'm like really motivated to want to 100% that game. I pick and choose. I pick what games I want to 100%, you know? Still have to play a lot. I'm familiar with some classics. Glad you're okay. Thank you, Orphle. Thank you. Thank you for the nice words, folks, as I just kind of like, you know, I know first thing right off the bat, as soon as the stream starts, I start fucking dumping on you. I don't mean it. I just want to share like where I've been, because it's been a little while. I was doing pretty good with my streams, quite frankly. I was keeping up with them, popping them out, you know, and then the move happened and I naively thought like, oh guys, I'm going to be dropping my streams for like, I don't know, a couple weeks. One upside though, one thing I'm gonna like praise forever. I don't know if you can really tell because I had a pretty good setup at my old place. This is my office and I haven't put up all the posters and made it like a little more fun, but this place is like insulated. I have like the nice soundproof curtains up and stuff. This place rocks. This is a great setup. And it's far away from the rest of the house. So everyone is able to just like do whatever the hell they want. I can come over to my little dungeon and like work away. And something I think is kind of neat. I got this a few days ago. I don't know if you can see it. I turned the wrong way for that. Check it out. It's a fucking air conditioner. I got a bargain on that thing. Air conditioners like usually go for what, $400 or something. This one, it's only a couple years old, barely anything wrong with it. It's like, I got it for $75. That's a deal. That's a fucking steal right there. And I really needed it a couple days ago because over in Washington, we were hit with kind of a big heat wave. It was like up in the, sorry to all my Celsius homies out there, I only know Fahrenheit. It was above like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 92, 95, kind of skimming the line of 100 degrees. And in this tiny room with like curtains on the walls, holy shit. My computer overheated. My computer overheated for the first time in like 3 years. So I was like, I can't do this. No, I need an air conditioner and I need it in this room. God damn. Black, Darkwatch, Gungrave, God Hand, God of War 1 and 2, Samurai Western, Shinobi 2002, Oogie's Revenge. I love how more than half of those were recommendations that I got from a friend of mine. I put out a post on Blue Sky or something. No, Blue Sky and YouTube. Basically asking, hey, do we have any like PS2 games do you want me to play? I think that was around the time I started first streaming Sly 2. And my friend came to me with a wall of PS2 games. And most of them were shit like Black, Darkwatch, Gungrave. He also recommended Gungrave 2. Samurai Western, Shinobi, Shinobi, excuse me, Chernoby. Sounds like East, like the Eastern spin on Chernobyl, which I guess would just be what, Hiroshima. But never mind all that. Yeah. Just today I finished Beautiful Joe. Oh shit, is that game long? I think about like streaming that game because that'd be kind of fun. It seems like a short game. I'm interested in the shorter games, if you can imagine. Because I feel like I can more reasonably beat them. I'm happy to see that I could just start the stream and don't really have a lot of issues to speak of. That's good. Yeah, as for my gaming like backlog, as it's been, I've gone through and I'm like halfway through beating The Hobbit. That's like my most recent game. Oh, well, and this morning I played some more of the fucking the SpongeBob movie game. I played a little bit of in fact, I think it might have been Illuminati that recommended, or oh no, maybe it was someone else. That one SpongeBob game, SpongeBob and the SpongeBob Nightmare Pants, SpongeBob and the Krusty Clown. I can't remember. VJ is pretty short. It can be finished in like 4 to 5 hours if you're good. Ooh. That is a challenge and a half. And you know what? I accept. Consider this a promise. At some point, I'll do Beautiful Joe. I remember playing Beautiful Joe like over 10 years ago. Creatures from the Krusty Krab, that's it, yeah. Creatures smoking crystal crack, my favorite SpongeBob game. Yeah, no, I remembered I started playing Beautiful Joe like over 10 years ago, probably on an emulator. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, people talk about, like, Beautiful Joe like it's the coolest thing on earth. This game sucks. And then I turned it off and I never played it again. Very unfair, I think. I did not play it for very long, but I was really quick to just declare, oh, this is bad, huh, moving on. I don't think that's fair. I think I should give it another go. The secret formula is cocaine. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, don't worry. I won't tell anyone. I'm loyal. Am I about to drop my phone and break it? Next game on your list is Killzone 1 and Mark of Cree. Mark of Cree. That sounds like weirdly familiar. I wonder if maybe that was another recommendation, or maybe I've just seen it somewhere. Mark of Cree. Mark of Cream. Yeah, I know for sure the next game I'm going to play for a stream is going to be Sly 3, because I said it on one of my posts, so might as well. Yo, hey, Imagination Persona, welcome. The move went horrible. If you heard, I moved house and it went terrible. It was agony, but I'm okay now. My car broke. My car, you know, hat's out of the bag. Cat's in the bag. Cat fell off the roof in the bag. All that aside, my car exploded. All my clothes are disgusting. And I'm allergic to my own house. But things are getting better now. I forgot to mention that. I got an allergy from this house. This house gave me an allergy because it's old. Did you know that could happen? If a house is like too old, that means that the paint will collect allergens from several years ago, and then you have to deal with it. I have never had an allergy in my entire life. I'm not allergic to cats, dogs. I'm not allergic to grass or like eggs or milk or anything like that. I have no allergies. I have never had a problem with any kind of specific food. And then I came to this fucking house. I came to this house and my throat closed up. Sorry. I should specify. Not in a super dangerous way. I know some people allergic to nuts. And when their throat closes up, that's like danger zone. That's like go to the hospital. For me, it's not so much that. When I was first in this house, my throat was like that. Literally, I talked exactly like that. And I had to go to work sounding like that. I kind of got around it by talking a little bit softer at work. And the kind of job that I do as like part-time, there isn't that much talking to it, so it wasn't a big deal. But if I strained my voice too much, it just sounded like I was being choked to death. It's like fucking Nemesis came in. I wanted to know where the goddamn STARS members are. I don't know. My throat's better now, though. Maybe you notice there's like a little bit of like a growl in there. I can kind of feel a bit of a growl, but it's mostly okay. I got some more voice acting done for a client, so at this point, I feel like it's good enough. But yeah, holy shit. Everything went wrong. It's insane. Oh, hi, Mario. Hi. Thanks for continuing to post on the Discord while I was away. I did not have any time at all to post on there. I was just dealing with shit. Thought you were having a rough. I'll soon be laid off from work. What? Project's being shut down after 8 years. Project? What was it? What project? If you don't mind me asking. Was this like a creative job? Sorry to hear that you're being laid off. It's a story I'm hearing a lot. I have some friends that also were laid off for they worked for like studios, or they had like contracts and then they got laid off for business reasons or whatever. Maybe if what I am imagining this is, maybe for the same reasons that you might have. Also, a friend taught me how to 3D model. Ooh. If you ever have any 3D models to share, I'd love to take a look at them. Need to catch up on Sly. Yeah. I mean, me too. I need to I need to get back into Sly 3. I think it's been long enough. There's honestly quite a lot of games that I want to get into. And there's a few games I want to finish. I don't know if I did not finish Resident Evil 4, did I? Like the Resident Evil 4 remake. I got like kind of close to the end and then I just stopped in my classic Hayden way. Yeah, maybe I should go back and complete that. I've already beaten the game like 20 times on my own time. Or maybe, just maybe, I should look for just some other games, some more interesting games. I'm still so excited for the news about Silent Hill 1. Silent Hill 1 is going to happen. It's not going to happen for a long time, but it's going to happen, hopefully, unless it gets canceled. Please don't cancel it, Konami, like you always do, dick. It was a player support job. You answered tickets. Oh. I see. Damn. Doing God's work. I imagine that can be a very tough job. Well, thank you for your service. Like, my God. 8 years, you said? Jesus. I am officially on vacation from work. Oh! Right on, Mario. Get some. You said you shared the model? Let's see. What? There's pornography in my... Wait, that's not pornography. Why do they... Oh, maybe it's like a spoiler. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Oh, shit. that's so fun. Oh, but wait, that's a... Illuminati. Oh, you DM'd it to me. Pardon me. I always go to the chat like immediately. Oh, fun. You already have a very angular style, Wub. So I think it translates like pretty well to 3D. I'm thinking of like, what's that one game? Gurumin, I think, which is a much more like chill monster fighting RPG, whereas I feel like what you'd be more into is like the hack and slash, the spectacle fighters. Unsaved progress will be lost. Goddamn. Wub, you just reminded me of my ultimate failings. If I ever can get someone to edit that Sly stream, there were some funny moments in that. Like, it would be so worth it. It'd be so great. My God, what I fucking forgot to save. Might I recommend a relaxing trip of the Dungeons of the Alps in the Dungeons of Hinterberg? I started playing it for a little bit. I really love the vibes of it. Very, very chill vibes. More so than I thought there would be for a game like that. But I'm kind of feeling it. I'm getting into it. Never heard of the game, I'm afraid. It's kind of indie. I got it on a whim. It first came out for like the PSP, I think, and then it got an HD remake several years ago. It's cool. It's got really nice stylized low poly graphics, you know. Love video editing. Reminds me of my Flash animation days. Yeah. I'll be back in a few. I got a few more things to tell you. Great. Do what you must. Go in peace. Reminds me of your Flash animation days. Yeah. I love editing when I have, like, the time for it. I've been, like, really dedicating myself to this project, among others. And here's the deal. I just really love doing it. So it's like, it's hard for me to justify being, like, the editor of my own streams. Also, that's just like way too much work. Streaming on its own takes so much time. Love your reaction when you got to Prague for the first time when Bentley was the only character when Sly and Murray got arrested in India. Wait, what did I do? My reaction? When I got to Prague for the first time, when Bentley was the only character... Yeah. I mean, I remember when that happened. That was pretty cool. That was sort of the moment where I was thinking, like, oh, this game has, like, kind of a fun little romp of a story going on, you know? I can see why people really love Sly 2. I can't speak for Sly 3. Matter of fact, some of you guys, were saying it's not even worth it. But Sly 2, very complete. You're really into the gothic look. Ow! I was thinking of the ice level where, like, the kidnapping stuff happened. Yeah, no, the gothic setting. Ooh, oh man, that was so cool. Just reminded me of Bloodborne. That's a game I should... Right, okay. I should play Bloodborne. Yeah, okay, that's a game I should play. I never played Bloodborne on here. Your favorite form of humor is perfectly cut screams and explosions. I know exactly what you mean. A classic. Yeah, it's I am hoping that though we can have some fun with Sly 3. Sly 2 was a real treat, I think. Sly 2 was a real treat. I have, like, plenty of good memory. And matter of fact, what was it? The other day, I was playing a video game, older, like, PS2 game. I believe it probably was the SpongeBob game. And I was going through a level with, like, conveyor belts and lava and stuff, and I was thinking to myself, man, this kind of reminds me of Sly. But, like, the Sly level was a lot more fun, so go figure. Oh, goddamn, I have a lot of catching up to do. Dratty making a comic. An old elementary school friend of mine recently released his poetry book. You just step up your game. Yeah, no, I mean, my comic has been out for a little while now. Should probably put it in the chat, really. Yeah, I haven't updated my poor comic in forever because I was doing a great big move and, well, other life stuff happened, as some of you probably know. I had some crazy life events happen around, like, the start of the new year, and I had to adjust to all that. That was when my comic really took a dive in uploads. I want to get back into it, though. I have made, what is it? Several more pages since my last upload. I want to make like a big bulk and then get back into it. Maybe that's not the most ideal thing to do. I don't know. All I know is that is what I'm doing. So All right, I've updated the stream chat. Just like reload this stream, and you can find the link to my wonderful, beautiful webcomic. Probably gonna skip your Sly, because you know I won't experience the trilogy for myself. No, fair enough. Yeah. I wound up digging up my PS Vita and reinstalling the Vita version of Sly 1, 2, and 3 so I can play them portably. Ooh. Another thing you can do is spend money and get a Steam Deck, which is a great idea. Yeah, I really loved when I jailbroke my 3DS, because I finally got to experience a lot of 3DS games I never, ever played before. I think I did that a few years after the... No, wait, it must have been like much later. Much later. Yeah. I did it because I knew that the shops were closed down, so you weren't able to download any more of the 3DS games digitally. And there were quite a lot that were just going to be like lost to the stretch of time. So I'm like, forget it. Let's just get them now. Why not? It did mean I had to get like another SD card to kind of expand my storage, but hey, it was worth it. It was worth it. I also got into some games I had never played before. I started Fire Emblem Awakening, but I didn't get very far in it, I will admit. Okay, I have a Steam Deck OLED already. Well, then just play it on there, you nutsack. Just play it on a Steam Deck. It's portable. It's bigger than a PS Vita, which is maybe what you're getting at. But it's portable. Okay, I'm back. So technically, I might still be working till the end of August, but then after, I'm going to need to take a 2-month-long break, and then I'll start looking for a new job. All Okay, all right. So you have a plan then. Okay. I was able to save enough money to afford a small vacation. I did something similar when I got laid off a job. I had, it was a pretty well-paying job, honestly. So I took that, like, savings, took some time off, and then I put the rest of the money into investing in proper equipment for both voice acting and, you know, my art job. That was kind of where I started doing art, like, professionally, was when I invested in, like, better equipment, better everything. Honestly, totally worth it. Totally worth it. Since then, I mean, fuck's sake, I voiced in a video game. I assisted with professional commercials. I made a comic. So, yeah, definitely worth the money. Sometimes you really do need to invest. And sometimes you just need a fucking break. And that was what I super needed after that one job. It was decently well paying, but I was so burnt out. I was so burnt out. Recently, it's been a month. Oh, I need to catch up with chat. Oh, man. Not sure if I had brought it up, but Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 dropped opinions. I haven't played it. I'm still replaying 1 and 2, and the move has been crazy. So I haven't had a lot of time allotted to myself, admittedly. I really want to play 3 and 4. I'm going to play 3 and 4 with my boyfriend. We have sort of made an agreement. He's already played 3 and 4. I'm going to get myself back up, and then when the time comes, we're going to huddle around the TV, and I'm going to play it. I'm sure I'm going to love it. He loves chapters 3 and 4. So my expectations are high. Play an old game, such a novel concept. At least you're not Pirate Software, who is actively telling us to let big budget companies delist games with no way to play them ever again. Who's that guy? You bring that up, and who's that guy that is actively trying to prevent that? That he's got this whole plan he's been doing for like 8 years to try and preserve games, effectively preserve games, even like online games that need like a connection. I really love that guy. I want to remember his name. I can't right now. The only thing that kind of irks me about that is the campaign is mostly like building awareness, getting funding to try and like keep this alive and get it legal, which is like, yeah, okay, cool. That's awesome. That's legit. That's the stuff that actually works. But it's only in the EU, so I can't do anything, which is like, shit. I want to be involved, but I can't directly. Stop killing games. Yeah, that's it. Stop killing games petition. The guy seems legit, and he's been keeping at it for like 8 years, so it's far from like a Ponzi scheme or something like that. The dude wants game preservation, which I wholeheartedly believe in. So yeah, that guy rocks. That guy rocks. You guys are ready? I played the Silent Hill 2 remake, and recently I reinstalled Bloodborne and streamed it. Ooh, very nice. I was just saying I need to play some more Bloodborne and stream it. How did you like Silent Hill 2? How did you like it? I feel like you were there for some of the streams of Silent Hill 2, but not, most of them. How was it like by your lonesome? Were you absorbed in the atmosphere of Silent Hill? Honestly, Silent Hill 2's atmosphere is so good. So good. All the Silent Hill games have a real great atmosphere to them. Even Silent Hill 4, which is like one of the more weirder Silent Hill games, even that kind of has a vibe about it that's like, ooh, what the ooh. You mean Ross from Accursed Farms? I don't know what I mean. Is that his name? Whoever is behind Stop Killing Games. SKG is over four times the needed signatures. Now EU institutions are notoriously sluggish, but they probably won't bin or shelf this. Okay. Let's see. It's important, you know? Like, video games get disregarded so much because either it's toys for babies, or it's like it's not considered an art form, or it's not considered anyone's business. And they're just wrong. They're just fucking wrong. Like, at this point, video games are making, if it's about money, video games are making so much money through either distribution, streaming, like fucking Major League Gaming. Like, when are video games valid, you know? And when they're valid, why are we not allowed to preserve them properly? That's what the Criterion Collection is for. That's, for the most part, that's for preservation. Now, Criterion is a little weird because they do preservation, but they also pick favorites. So it's like, not every movie gets preserved, just some of them, just the ones that we like. Come on. Which is kind of fucked up. If we can help it, like, media of all sorts should be preserved. That's why I really love the YouTubers that talk about, like, old media, like old forgotten VHS animes or whatever, or even like old commercials from like the 1980s, or if you're lucky, way back in the 1970s. That kind of stuff is fascinating to me, and I just want it to be preserved to some capacity because it's history. Of course it's history. So yeah, absolutely. I'm in support of that. And his name is Ross. Okay. I can internalize that. It sucks because people have been referring to him as that guy, which I'm like, okay, me too. You know, that guy. Stop killing games. Stop killing games. Playthrough Slave Zero. Oh, I know that. Yeah, you shared that. That game looks sick. I wanted to play something more recent after VJ. Basically, I like Silent Hill 2 Remake, but when I got to the Eddie boss fight, all I remember was the Christian. Oh! Oh! Woo! You and I are the same, James. I'm still laughing about it. What the fuck? God. Tell the game industry when award season comes around. I remember how the guy who worked from... I remember now the guy who worked from the... Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Ross, he worked at Blizzard, which is a sucky company that sucks, but I assume you guys have probably heard the stories about him. Yeah, Ross, who worked at Blizzard. That guy. Yeah. To be fair, there's so much media out there that it's hard to save all, and some were inevitably lost due to their medium's deficiency. See the BBC losing a lot of early Doctor Who due to a fire. No, I understand that, yeah. Circumstance is going to get in the way for sure, but it's like they're not even trying. They're not even trying. That's where it irks me. Like, circumstance, fine, yeah. Bunch of film burning in a fire, absolutely. Especially if it's older media. Like, that kind of stuff is really hard to preserve. But right now, we can put in the effort and the finances to do it, you know? We can make excuses forever. Oh, remember all that other stuff we lost? Well, this is going to happen too. But right now, we can find ways for that to not happen, right? Sorry, there was an airplane. Where I live now, bunch of airplanes. So that's fun. It didn't show up on the mic though, so guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, there's a movie out there that literally nobody has ever seen called like London After Midnight or something, which that's because the film burned in a fire. The only working copy of the film, it burned in a fire before it could be like, I don't know, reprinted or even like shown publicly. Which is such a shame. You know, you hear about stuff like that and you're just like, damn. Okay. Well, fuck. Slave Zero X is actually a prequel to a 1999 video game under the same name, Slave Zero. Is Slave Zero X new? 24 years to wait for a new installment is that is mental. So okay, yeah, so it is new. Huh. Kind of reminds me of you remember, oh, what was it called? There was this one this one side scroller where you played as like a weird goofy ninja. I remember the Game Grumps played it years ago when Danny like first joined. Starts with an H. Oh, I wish I could remember his name, but the first game was made for like, I think the Super Nintendo years and years ago. And then out of nowhere, they just made a sequel to it, which was so weird. Like, oh, okay. It had like modern graphics. It played fine. It was a good like follow up. Just felt kind of random, I guess. Doing some writing in the background. You neglected your stories for a while. Yeah, you know, be my guest. Yeah, with the news of being laid off, take the time. I was very artistically motivated after being laid off that first time, so I understand. Honestly, I was super artistically motivated after all this bullshit with my move. Like, as soon as I could sit down and draw, I felt it. I was like, I love drawing. I love this so much, which was kind of nice because I was starting to get into a bit of a rut, I'll admit. I was doing quite a lot of commission work, and the script writing for my comic became a little difficult. I was sort of in a I was having like severe writer's block with a certain chapter. I write heavily in advance to what I actually draw. So I'm like several chapters ahead as far as writing. But the bit that I'm on, I was so stuck that it really bummed me out. Made me kind of just not want to work on Worlds of Stage for a while. But yeah. Since the move, I'm getting back into it now, and I'm like, I can do this shit. You know how fucking easy this is for me. When it comes to old movies, I don't know why, but I really want to watch Metropolis. It's worth watching. I've seen it a couple times. Yeah, look it up. Is it free on YouTube? There's no way. That movie's so popular. It's got to be like, you got to pay to watch it. Oh well. There's no justice in the world. We lost London After Midnight, but the U.S. government decided to preserve Birth of a Nation. Oh my God, you're so right. Isn't Birth of a Nation on the Criterion Collection? Like I was mentioning before, like, come on, guys. Like, Metropolis is free. Hey, go watch Metropolis then. Just looked it up. You mean Hagane, the final... If you don't mind, what exactly happened with the move? I heard a lot of stuff happen, but I didn't get the whole picture. I'll keep it brief because the start of the stream, it was like a whole thing. Basically, I moved somewhere that's kind of far from my last place, which is fine because I now live in a house. I had wanted to do that for like a long, long time. But it was long distance, so we had to like pay quite a lot of money for like a U-Haul to get everything. I had to like organize some family and friends. And all that was like crazy. But we got to a point where I just needed to drive small stuff with my car, and then my car broke. My car killed itself. It had a problem with it. The battery crapped out. And most cars, when the battery craps out, it's fine. You know, you can just get a new battery. Honestly, like in my area, if a battery broke, it would be like what, $80 at the cheapest to get like just a regular battery that works perfectly fine, you know? But I was driving a hybrid car, which is, you know, like part battery, part gasoline, and a bit of an older one too. So battery crapping out on a hybrid, it was going to be a much, much, much more expensive repair. They don't even like repair a battery; they just replace it. And to replace it, it was like $5,000. I brought the car in for inspection, and the guy at the store told me like, "Oh, it's probably going to be like $2,000," which I'm like, "Holy shit! Okay, well that's a lot." But I think I can make that work. Like if I take out like a loan, I can probably pay it off or something. I can make that work. $2,000, I can make that work. Then a couple days pass. The guy gets back to me and he's like, "Hey, I actually, we're able to put out an order for your specific battery, but it's actually $5,000." So at that point, I just got a new car. I went out, did some searches on like Craigslist or whatever, and offer up, and yeah, I was looking for a new car. And again, I live far away from where my job was, so the job, basically I had to like change my schedule around and then take a train and the bus to get to work, all the while looking for another car. I was like sitting on the train and the bus with my phone out, just like, "Hey, can I see your car? Hey, can I see your car? Hey, can I see your car?" Just like over and over. Tell me. How? Just, I need literally anything. Fucking horse and carriage, whatever. Like motor power bicycle. I will not buy a bicycle, but I will buy a car or something close to a car. Like, just give me it. And in the end, I got one. I got an older car. I'm not like super pleased with the results because I really did love my old car. But I mean, what I got, it's pretty solid. I think it's going to last me a little while. We'll see how that goes. What's so infuriating is that it happened during the move, right? Like, I can only stay in my old place for so long. I can only keep a bunch of crap in my old place for so long, right? Like, so I had to get all that bullshit out of there. And I had no car. Awful. It was such a headache. I had to like ask for so many favors from like my friends and family. We made it work. And I owe a lot to them. They were so helpful. My mom was super supportive during that time, which I super appreciate. My mom is great and all that good stuff. But yeah, wow. During that time, I thought to myself, like, I'm not making shit. I'm not streaming. I'm not doing anything. I am in no mood. Man. I can't stream. I don't want to talk to people right now. I just want to lay down. Like, God's sakes. If there's a movie that needs preservation, it's Idiocracy. I love that movie. It's a goodie. The base explanation for the U.S. getting dumber is because only stupid people bred. Yeah. Oh gosh, I haven't seen that movie in forever, but yeah, it's a goodie. The idea of valuing intelligence and not letting corporations fuck over everyone is good, but their explanation as to why the world got there is no bueno. It's a weirdo movie as well. Like, yeah, I think they even knew that too. But yeah. So that is that. I'm just glad everything is, starting to get back to normal. I still don't have a washing machine, which is a little annoying. The landlord insisted to me that yeah, you guys will get a washer dryer by the time you move in, and yeah, we have a dryer now and we got a washing machine, but now the washing machine broke immediately. It just doesn't fucking turn on. So that's good. That's cool. In any case, though, all other things, they're starting to calm down. They're starting to pan out. It's all right. I can finally focus on myself. And getting back into my comic, let me tell you something. If you have like a project or like a passion that you really love and it just like it's the ultimate comfort, definitely don't squander that. Working on a story, working on like a complex story, or just working on like small stuff, or doing live streams like this, for me, that is a huge artistic gratification. Let's say, like when I get a page done, fully colored and everything, and I look back at it, genuinely, it sounds kind of like cheesy and almost like, no, you don't. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. I really look at my art and I think like, oh, this is amazing. And I feel great. I get like a genuine kind of giddy excitement knowing that like my comic has progressed even a little bit more, which is the exact kind of feeling I really want when it's been so stressful. That's a Mike Judge movie. Yeah, it is. How's Cosmo? Oh, poor Cosmo. He's fine now. He's good. It's a new environment and it's a little bit bigger. So now he can kind of like, he can really like run around. When he first came in though, I could tell he was a little upset. We put him in this room actually, because it's kind of separated from the rest of the house. And he was like, we built him a little tent and he just kind of sat there just looking so mad at us. So mad. Like, why did you do this? Why'd you put me here, you stupid assholes? We gave him food and water. It took him like a couple days to finally come out of this room and go into like another one. This is really normal for cats. When you put a cat in like a different environment, what they'll usually do is hole up in one room, usually hiding under a bed or hiding under something because they want to feel protected. And then they go room by room and get used to the house slowly. It's kind of like, like tree branches. They're going from where they started to one room next to it, the hallway that connects both, to like, I don't know, the kitchen, whatever, all the toilets, the living room. And eventually when they're used to everything, then they don't care. I was really happy to see him like resting on the windowsill one day. I was like, okay, all right. Cosmo's fine. I feel the same whenever I publish a new chapter online. I know that feeling all too well. Yeah. I had left my comic alone for a really long time too, so I felt bad. I was like, I gotta get back to this. Like, this is neglect. This is abuse to my poor comic. I don't know why I'm rendering this hair so much. It's not, I'm gonna do that later in the inking phase. Please just blow your nose and stop sniffing. I'll tell you why, actually. That's a good reminder. I'm gonna go, I'll be back, actually. I need to take a allergy medicine. You're sending snot right up your sinuses. It'll go in your ears and down your throat. I know. I got allergies recently. I genuinely got allergies from this house. I'll be back. God damn. Ah. Yeah, I'm allergic. I'm allergic to your bullshit. Oh yeah, there we are. Yeah, I got allergies from this house. Did you know that? Older houses, like this one. This is an old house. Older houses can have allergies from like years ago that stick to the paint and get attached to the wood. And there's no easy way to fumigate all of those allergies. So there's a chance if you move into an old house, you might feel some allergies from the house. Now, unlike seasonal allergies, you can actually adapt to them. And I'm slowly adapting to it now. I was saying earlier, when I first moved here and I slept, like the first night that I slept, I woke up and my voice was like this, like it was like kind of cut up and whatnot. And I was able to fix it by taking allergy medicine. So that's the thing. Yeah, no, it is not mold. It is not mold. I know that because I checked in with the landlord. It is illegal to sell someone a house when you willingly know that there's mold in it, which means you have to do a code check, and the house is up to code. There's no mold. The house was inspected recently because we rented it recently. The inspection was recently. And also it was only me that was feeling the illness. It was only me that had like the closed throat and like the coughing and the sniffy nose. My boyfriend, who sleeps in the same bedroom that I do, he's fine. He's totally fine. My roommate, they're totally fine. Our cat wasn't like lethargic or anything. So if it was mold, it'd be affecting more than just me, but it was only me. Pollen, it could be pollen or dust, honestly. Like, your guess is as good as mine. Older houses, again, like, it's just like in the air. It's very subtle. It is something you can adapt to, though, and I have been. So, not too sad you've been laid off. The company made many choices over the past years that I really dislike. And recently, they disabled incognito mode on our browsers. What the heck, guys? What the heck? What if I want to look up pornography? What if I want to look up pornography, guys? What am I supposed to do? I go to work for one thing, okay? And it's to look up pornography. I don't know why you hired me. I don't even think you know. But I know what I do at work every day. I know. It is, say it with me, because you all know, look up pornography. I stick to my lumps. Look up pornography. Just hope it ain't asbestos. It's not that either, because the walls got like redone 10 years ago or something. Like, there's been some recent repairs, so that's good. That's good. Again, also, inspectors went through and looked at it. I assume they would have also looked for asbestos, so yeah. I should double check with that landlord. I'm certain there isn't asbestos in the walls, and I'm pretty sure we had that conversation, but I should be careful. It was just allergies and a fucking mold or mildew. Yeah, I have been really careful to look at the walls, see if maybe we got the beginning of mildew or something. I try to keep the walls really clean, especially here. I should double check actually. Jesus, double check and the walls every night. At my last place, I felt like such an idiot. I was moving one of my soundproof curtains at my last place for whatever reason, and behind it was just this vast sheet of black on my wall, and I was like, oh no. It wasn't mold, but it was mildew. It was about to be mold, so I had to call in the inspector. They gave me advice on cleaning up mold, and they cleaned it up as well. But they basically gave me some tips on like how to make sure that isn't going to happen again. And one thing they said was open up your room, like open up the windows in your room, let, you know, air circulate through, and take the curtains down every now and then. Which I definitely need to do. To me, I don't want someone to know when I'm listening to just good fire. Yeah. Is it a light structure house, wood frame and ply walls, or brick and mortar? It's not brick and mortar. It's not brick and mortar. I'm pretty sure about that. It's mostly made of wood. It's made of thick wood too, so that's nice. You got to treat it with antifungal spray. Wear gloves and a mask when you use that stuff because it's literally chlorine. I used a chemical base. I don't remember what it was. It was not chlorine. It was not chlorine. I believe it was like bleach and something else. And I did wear a mask and gloves at the time. I don't live there anymore though, so it hardly matters. But yeah, I did take precautions at the time. Should her boobie be lower? Where's the boobie on a chest? Where's it located? Guys, gamers, where the boobie? Gamers, I'm on a quest. Welcome to part 223. I'm on a quest to find the boobie. Can you help me? And then I reach my hand out to the camera as if to be like, can you help me, guys? Can you help me find the boobie? Oh, shit. It also helps that I take some allergy medicine, which I've never had to take before, by the way. Where the boobie? Censored behind a paywall. Yeah. This is OnlyFans. Has OnlyFans been having trouble because of AI art? Like, have OnlyFans users been having like a hard time because of AI art? Because I know AI art is really prevalent in porn. Like, there's some discussion being had about like real art versus like real artists making art versus like AI art just like filling it in, and how AI art is kind of sloppy, so it's not a very good replacement. Pornography, though, like the people that consume pornography on a regular basis, gooners, we like to call them. We like to call them gooners. Those types of people don't care. They don't care at all. They just want to like consume pornography, right? So OnlyFans must be having kind of a hard time with AI art because like folks can just make AI of whomever they want, right? I don't know. YouTube's starting to crack down on AI fucking thank you. Have somebody do it. Like I feel like nobody's doing anything. Everyone's just like playing with their thumbs, just like, oh well, AI art is like everywhere. What do we do? I'm not completely against the idea of using AI if it's like regulated, right? And like I feel like people don't even know what that means when I say it. Regulated, you know? Like, make fucking rules, you know? Don't steal from artists, you know? Like, if I had, like, I was thinking about this the other day, weirdly enough. With my comic, this is a lot of goddamn work. Theoretically, if I had an AI that was able to do all the line art for me, like I do all the sketching here, but if I had an AI that would just do line art, right? That'd be really helpful. That'd be amazingly helpful. Because line art is that one job where I'm like, God, this is just a chore. This is just a job. I'm just doing line art. If I had AI to do that, that would admittedly be pretty cool. And so I understand what people are trying to say. You know, I understand people trying to be sensible and say, like, look, it is a tool. Like, we shouldn't let technology stand in place. I get that. The way it's being used, though, is the wild fucking West. We're stealing from artists. We're just making a bunch of goddamn slop. Like, it's so shit. There's no rules, no regulations. If it's regulated, then I don't care, you know? If they're making a bunch of, like, porn fan art using art that artists consent to, like if a bunch of artists make art to put into an AI machine in order to make pornography or anything, whatever, pornography, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. Because at that point, it's just a tool, right? It's the fact that it's so, like, greasy. It's so seedy. It's so perfect for, like, companies to just come in and start, like, using it as a way to not pay people. There's so much about it that's just gross, you know? And I feel you guys know that as well. We got a lot of artists here, so you get me. You get me. I remember spraying sponsored in the house and the droplets that dripped on the hoodie I was wearing left fabric bleached, completely lost color. Ugh. That happened to me, I think at a job, like a more like manual labor job. Spooky stuff. I have no problem with quality AI art if it advertises AI art and for a specific purpose and not made by some talentless tech bro with a vendetta. Yeah, people are also really shitty about using AI. They're all like, man, artists are just bullies because they have talent and I don't have talent, so fuck them, you know? It's like, what are you talking about? Shut up. What? You're just admitting you have no fucking talent, so you use AI to, what, be a little bitch? Like, make art with technology because you have no talent? You don't want to put in the work to become talented? What? What are we talking about here? That is not my problem. What is my problem is people stealing. Like, Jesus. You're obviously wrong. You even know that you're wrong, you fucking dumbass. There's just some people out there that just suck. Again, that's why regulation is important, because these people aren't going to change. You need to, like, you need to protect those that they're going after, you know? These people aren't going to stop. That's why you have regulation. That's why we have rules in the world, you know? That's you know, it's to protect people. Mamma mia. Speaking of regulations, did you hear about Steam being forced to bend the knee to payment processors? What is a payment processor? The three faces of ChatGPT. Philosophical conversation with an intelligent but not fully sentient robot. Cheating in school. Substitution for your lack of writing skills. Yeah, I can see that. As a writer, I hate Chat. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, as a writer, I bet you hate ChatGPT. That was the first major one, ChatGPT. I can't even imagine it. Like, as a kid in school growing up, I'm a filthy millennial. Like, the most I had was Wikipedia and I guess Cliff Notes. But that's really it. Like, I did not have the immense resources that, like, Gen Z and Gen Alpha are now getting. So, goddamn. More power to them, I suppose. I wonder, I do truly wonder if that's going to make them stupid as shit later on. But then again, I really don't remember a lot from high school. I remember that I really liked math. I still like math. I like calculating numbers. I think it's fun. That's about all I really remember from high school. That and like, I'll admit, school did encourage me to think critically. Like, it was a genuine challenge for my brain, and I think that made me smarter. Like, people sort of focus on, like, the things that you're taught. I think that's worth criticizing as well. Teachers have criticized the type of lesson plans that they're forced to give because they're just not very good. And you could be teaching children much more important stuff. Sorry. But they're not. They're being taught very, like, antiquated lessons, right? And you could be doing so much more. And people criticize schools all the time. So in that way, yeah, I agree. But I did learn some stuff from school. I want to at least give some credit. I liked my teachers. I had good teachers. I can only think of like maybe a few that kind of sucked. Payment processors are banking and credit card companies like Visa and MasterCard. Oh, bend the knee how? Essentially what happened is the payment processors, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, got some letter from Activision feminist group telling them that they need to regulate the games on Steam. Give me a sec. We have like 3 steps removed from Steam. Okay. What was it? Activist feminist groups. They told Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal to regulate games on Steam. Okay. They were recently forced to remove a bunch of games due to them breaking their terms and services. A lot of them were predictably porn games. Okay. And the payment processors listened to them. Granted, they went after the games that were more aimed towards adults with porn and stuff like that. Yeah, specifically porn games involving incest. Okay. Well, okay, well, let's not forget, that's a pretty good reason, though. Main concern is, where's the line drawn? You can't buy GTA 6 because your Visa says no, too violent. Yeah. I understand. I will say, where is your background music? Where is it? Oh, is it too quiet? Can you not hear it? Can you hear it now? Or are you asking, like, what is it? What it is Crypt of the Necro Dancer. Yeah, also, I think it's all right. If we're talking about taking down games that have, like, incest in them, I am more inclined to agree. I would like to see what games we're talking about before we get into too much of a hullabaloo. I am of the mind that I really, really hate when anime just blatantly has like incest or like pedophilic themes and just the anime community doesn't care. They're just like, yeah, whatever, that's anime. I kind of hate that. So if they're going after games that have themes like that, I'm not completely against it. I understand what you mean, though. Your background music is in the walls. Dun, dun, dun. The idea that Visa and MasterCard could like just bring down the hammer for anything that they deem inappropriate. You know, that seems wrong. That seems like something that they could really abuse. In that sense, I totally understand. Totally understand. It's a little shady. It's like you think they could potentially start abusing the hell out of that. We'll see. We'll really see if these payment processing companies wanted to abuse this power. I feel like they would have done it already. This happened because an activist group wanted to go after these like porn games, which I don't know. Going after porn, like just porn games, just going after that, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Yeah, no. I think that adult games have a place in the gaming medium. To constantly ostracize, like, sexual games, I think is the wrong idea. Gabe Newell even had a statement where it became clear that, like, porn games were on Steam, where he basically said, in admittedly kind of a roundabout way, that, like, porn games are art in the same way that lots of video games are, and if you don't think of it as art, you can think of it as recreation. Like, it still counts, you know what I mean? And I tend to agree. I honestly white knight lewd games more than you may think. Just because I'm a big advocator of, like, let's say, I'm a big advocator of, like, positive sexuality. You know, if you play porn games, don't be ashamed of it, is my opinion. I think it shouldn't be like an icky, gross thing that people just get weirded out about just because it exists. Yeah, so I don't agree with that. The music is good. Thank you. I like it a lot. I ate it. I ate it. No. No. Stop. No, you didn't. Stop that. There's one thing that should be rightfully regulated. It has to be the prices in Poland. They're awfully high. Apparently we're paying the most of all the EU countries. Ugh. Yeah, payment. Damn, that's hard too, because I assume that's an economic problem. I'm also concerned that the feminist groups went to the payment process instead of Steam itself. I don't know. Yeah. Calling it like the feminist group is a little vague. I wish we knew the company name or the organization name. I work with plenty of activist groups for like this, that, the other thing. So I don't think that like activists are bad people necessarily. I also feel like in the gaming community, the term feminist activists is just kind of like a catch-all for us to kind of just hate whatever the group is. It's like, oh shit, it's feminists. They got to be out of their mind or something. I would like to know what the group is, because there's activist groups that not that I've worked with personally per se, but that you know, their heart's in the right place, but their methodology is bad. And I think that's absolutely the case in many circumstances. It could easily be that this group, like, talked to Steam and Steam just didn't get back to them, and so they went to the card group. It could be that they didn't even believe Steam was going to listen to them, so they went to the card group. Either way, you know, what they did became what happened, you know? Collective Shout, that's the name. It was called Collective Shout. They're stationed in Australia. Ooh, that's interesting because Australia culturally has had a big thing about censorship. I wonder if it's related. I wonder, like, I need to speak to someone that, like, lives in Australia to know, like, do you have a lot of groups that are actively trying to censor games? Because that's interesting. Maybe don't focus on the feminist thing entirely. Maybe focus on the fact that Australia culturally has a weird obsession with censorship. They're like one of the worst of it, actually. Although, China might be the worst. Yeah. China's probably worse for censoring. In any case, though, yeah. Sounds like a very aggressive censorship campaign. I don't agree with censoring like sexual content. I really loved Caddy's video on banned games because there were quite a few like games in there that had sexual themes that really weren't a big deal. And it's just like, why? Are we just trying to censor sexuality, like, in general? That's not gonna help. That doesn't help anybody. Like, no, that makes things worse, honestly. I do agree with one sentiment. This is something that, what was it? I think Lyle Rath brought up in, like, a Oni Plays years ago. I don't think they should be deleting porn games from Steam, but I think you should be allowed to make those games invisible on your Steam library. People can actively look at your trophies for a specific game. I can go to a friend who's played a porn game and I can see what kind of trophies they've got and what specific scenes they've done because of the trophies they earned. If we could just censor that, if we could just make that invisible, and if we can make it invisible that you got the game in the first place, you know, you can't see it on their library, I think people would appreciate that. Just saying, I think people would like that. You know, it's a little good faith, you know, like, hey, people don't need to know that I got, like, fucking, what was it? Oh, shit. Oh, I was gonna look so cool pulling it out like that. What is it? Realms of the Champions or whatever. People don't need to know that I pulled out fucking... Oh, shit! Damn it, I was gonna look so cool pulling out my cool porn title memory. There's like a whole, what I'm trying to remember right now is there's like a whole franchise dating sim games that all are basically the same thing, except like they kind of just change the theming a little bit. What's the Japanese word for petals, rose petals or flower petals? Am I about to look this up? What the hell is it called? This is gonna drive me insane. No, what's this called? No, that's not the word. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. Isn't it like Aka something? Sakura, damn it! All right, there it is. Sakura. Sakura. Yep, right there. Sakura. Yep. Meat and fuck. Meat and fuck palace, Steve. Meat and hall. Spectacular. Okay, Orphle. I'll get back to making art. I'll get back to making art. Yeah, Sakura. There's like a million Sakura games. Sakura Spring, Sakura Summer, Sakura Winter, fucking Sakura Samurai, whatever. They're adorable. They get like sort of explicit, but they're not necessarily like games where sexy stuff happens. There are, plenty of games that do. Holy moly, I'm a weeb, no! I mean... Yeah. I hate to be the one to tell you this. I assumed a doctor would have informed you at some point, but yes. You are a weeb. And I'm not sorry. You're doing great. Thanks, Orphle. Isn't Sakura the word for the cherry blossom? It's the word for cherry blossoms, yeah. The word for flowers is haru. But what I was thinking of was Sakura. Sakura is cherry blossoms. And you know that I'm the ultimate weeb because I took Japanese classes, so I insist on calling it Sakura. By giving it that little accent, that little flair. You know about Running with Scissors? Yeah, they made the Postal series. They're concerned that their games will be next once the porn games are removed from Steam. I don't know. This could easily be like an isolated incident as well. I'd like to see like a list of what games got removed. There's been a few games that got removed from Steam for one reason or another. Honestly, like digital distribution is gonna, you know, it's only a matter of time until a bunch of shit is deleted from stores. Once again, this is related to stop killing games. Like, a lot of games get taken off of stores, which is really upsetting. I understand what you mean, though. On Steam, it feels like games stay there forever. I will say, though, there are some games that are taken off by companies because they want to, like, bundle it into, like, a remaster or something. And some games don't get the license renewed, so then the game is just gone forever. There was a Samurai Jack game that had that, which is unfortunate. The game wasn't perfect or anything, but it was, you know, it was pretty neat. I liked it, but yeah, it's just gone. So, getting back to gaming for a bit. Oh well, let me go through this. Remember that one episode of JonTron where John wrote a genuine Japanese letter, pen and paper to the creator of the game and narrated it in Japanese, apparently very well. We better have. You go through the whole bit. You better like consult a speaker or like get someone who can tell you, yeah, you say it like this. Also, yeah, he did actually do pretty good reading of it, and that bit was so funny too. That was the castle. I'm not gonna remember anybody's name today. Takeshi's Castle? Yes, Takeshi's Castle. Yes, it was Takeshi's Castle. I got one. Everybody gets one, okay? Getting back to gaming for a bit. Guess what, Dratty? The upcoming Resident Evil Requiem game. It looks so cool! Oh, it's coming out on your birthday? Aw. I have a personal connection with Resident Evil. That's cool. I have a personal connection with the Boston bombing. Same birthday. But yeah, Resident Evil Requiem, that shit looks great. That shit looks fucking cool. I'm watching, what is it? The Sphere Hunter. She did a whole, video about it. She went to a convention where they did like a showcasing and showed like the first, major level of a demo that's coming out. And yeah, no, the game looks fucking sick. Game looks so sick. I like all the little theories happening. I love that we have a new Resident Evil as well, because I really liked 8. If you guys remember, I did like a stream of Resident Evil 8. Maybe, in the spirit of things, I'll go back and I'll actually play the beginning of Resident Evil 8, which I didn't do. I didn't stream. Holy shit, just an hour ago, an action game clip showcased to celebrate 1K members on Discord has been posted on YouTube. You participated in that one clip and got featured. Oh, well, that's exciting. That's cool. I love ending up in like special things, like being in the backgrounds or whatever. I remember there was like a Game Grumps Q&A that happened years ago, 2013 or something. And in one of the wide shots of the crowd, because I was lining up to ask a question, I never got to ask my question, but I do remember seeing myself in the crowd, like with my hands kind of like folded, just watching them like perform. Just kind of tickled me a little bit, like, oh, that's fun. Spec Ops: The Line was removed because the license of the music had expired. Which is a shame. No more using Wily Pete on civilians by accident. What? I need to play Spec Ops: The Line. I've been told it's a piece of art, that it's really cool and smart. So I'm going to play it and become cool and smart. That was a fucking twist I didn't see coming. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, games just get deleted. like for bullshit reasons, you know? Like music. My birthday coincided with the first official day Portugal, my family's birth country, had overthrown its dictatorship in 1974. Well, that's spicy. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. My birthday is also on tax day in America, so anytime I mention my birthday, everybody always responds with like, oh, tax day, huh? Yeah. It's not the day I pay my taxes. I pay it early. But yeah, that is tax day, technically. There's also one other game I'm looking forward to. Stalker 2, coming out on the PS5 later this year. Stalker, is it being re-released? Because Stalker 2, that came out, right? Willie Pete is a firebomb. Oh, okay. Apparently I and the funny Russian president share the same birthday. Oh, cool. Epic. Hey guys, me and Hitler share the same birthday. Epic. Oh well, I mean, you know, a birthday's a birthday. Hopefully you make it a good one. You know what's something I like to do on my birthday? I know some people, they like to keep it like chill. And I can respect that. Something I like to do if I have time and I can help it, I like to go to abandoned fortresses. And by that I mean like abandoned military forts around Washington. I love looking at old abandoned structures and like walking around them. I think that's so cool. And you can kind of like see the history in them. I like just climbing around on shit. I think that's really fun. I like the way the earth is kind of like eaten up these like huge cannons and like these little forts from like over 100 years ago. Fascinating. Hitler was born in 420. Oh my. Is that why? Is that why he... Oh my. Not even once. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have, not even once. Anyway, you should change your name to Dratty the Taxman. I don't collect the taxes. And I do it before, because I'm a good boy. Stalker 2 wasn't available for PS5 when it first launched. I thought Stalker was an older game. Am I crazy? Like Stalker 2. Isn't Stalker 2? Didn't that come out like in the PS3 era? In comparison, my father's birthday coincides with the worst domestic terrorist attack in Norway. Holy shit. It's interesting how there's so many like little interesting birthdays. I guess it's a special day for you, you know, so you'll remember the date. And then when it turns out something bad happened on that date, you just never forget it. Oh, right. What's the good word with Hi-Fi Rush 2? Weren't those goofballs picked up by another company? Like they were saved after Microsoft tried to take them out back and shoot them? Who saved Hi-Fi Rush and Tango Gameworks? Which, by the way, Tango Gameworks, holy shit, like, I want them to succeed. I've now looked up their pedigree and seen like where they came from, and those guys are talented motherfuckers. I want them to succeed. So please, whoever was saving them and saving the future of Hi-Fi Rush, please don't let me down. I wonder if weed could have helped him in his life. It would have probably been better for him than whatever horseshit his quack of a doctor described from, like fucking methamphetamines. From what I remember, good old Blittler was, he was really into like pseudoscience and was really big on like, he did not like regular science, it seemed. He just wasn't interested in it. And so he took all of his resources into trying to, like, validify pseudoscience, like trying to see if like, oh, can we make this sound like it's actually true and valid for some reason? Which I'm sure that helped. There was 3 Stalker games, 2002. Okay, well that's probably what I'm thinking of then, but the series never got a true... Oh, okay. Stalker 2 came out last year. You're talking about the original trilogy. See, well, okay. Okay, all right. I guess I, like... I'm not being sassy about it, sorry. I'm just like... All right, well, there was the first Stalker game, and then there was the second Stalker game, and then there was the third one, and now, in 2025 or whenever, here's Stalker 2. It's a real Resident Evil nemesis, if you understand me. Stalker did have sequels, but none of them were named Stalker 2. Yeah, it was Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, yeah. STALKER Clear Sky, yeah, and Stalker Call of Pripyat. Stalker 2 was the tagline Heart of Chernobyl. Tango got bought out by Krafton, the PUBG company. Oh, we'll see. Okay. In that case, we'll see. I'm glad they got bought out by, somebody. It was either that or they go bankrupt. We'll see. Hi-Fi Rush was a very good game. I streamed it. I didn't play all the game, but I did stream it. Hard Chernobyl. They're now using the Ukrainian transcription. Interesting. Even worse, my mother's birthday is March 15th, the Ides of March, and the same day my father's parents both died 15 years apart and both passed away on my mom's birth. Whoa! Mario, you got all the extra spicy birthdays. His dislike of regular science is odd given his mother died of breast cancer because she didn't get treatment for religious reasons. It does explain his dislike of Christianity. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Well, stuff like that happens and then you get into pseudoscience. Like, you would think you would then get into regular science, but no, you start thinking like, oh, everyone in the world doesn't know how it works. I know how it works, There's some interesting videos by the extra credit people where they talked about all that like pseudoscience stuff. There was like these like organizations he put together to try and like validify this like goofy ass, clearly wrong medicine. To what end? I really can't say, but it was psychotic. I'm so fucked. Oh, Mario. I'm sorry. But considering he lost a testicle to the gas attack, good. That might explain his dislike for science. I mean, it could be a few things. Could be the testicle thing as well. They changed the transcription to Chernobyl. Speaking of birthdays, I forgot to mention that I have the same birthday as Elizabeth Taylor, the actress. Well, that's cool. That's all right. I don't know what else happens on my birthday. I can only think of 2 things. I'm a head out. Gonna go get ice cream. Hey! All right. Later, Mario. You be real. I'll update you on the project I'm doing with you. I actually have kind of started it a little bit, so I'll let you know once I have something. Enjoy our ice cream. March 15th is the national holiday of Hungary, where we celebrate one of our lost revolutions. Oh. Cool. Okay. Worth celebrating. Oh gosh, we recently it was recently motherfucking you already know what it is. July 4th, Independence Day in America, and in Washington, fireworks are banned. Fireworks are banned in Washington. And because they're banned in Washington, you hear them for the first 10 fucking days of July, every single day, day and night. For a place that's banned fireworks, it's so goddamn loud. Oh, I see what you mean. Chernobyl, like with the O, that's the Ukrainian accent, phonetic translation of the place. Chernobyl is the Russian one. Interesting. I guess, yeah, with an accent, it would sound different. Growing up, I was always taught to pronounce Iran as Iran. Iran? Iraq. And that's because my family's not like from anywhere in Iraq or Iran or the Middle East at all. I have no family. I'm Irish. My background is entirely Irish. But my mom knew a lot of like Iranian people and used to be like related to one or something. No, excuse me. Married to one at some point. I don't know that person now. But yeah, so my mom was very respectful about like Iranian stuff. And she was very like, no, it's pronounced like this. Say it like this. Like she wanted me to be very respectful, even down to the accent. So I've always been taught to say Iran, Iraq. A lot of people I know say Iraq, Iran. And it really just comes down to like an accent at that point. But to some people, it that kind of translation, that kind of like accent and pronunciation can be kind of meaningful, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, sorry, that just reminded me of how I pronounce those words. U.S. has a state where it's illegal to celebrate a national holiday with fireworks. Best country in the world, by the way. Yeah. By the way, I will say the banning of fireworks is not completely illogical. It's to prevent forest fires because global warming and shit, and Washington specifically, where I live, Washington has a huge abundance of trees, like more trees than most of the country. And when the trees get like especially dry in the summertime, which is when July happens, the trees are really, really susceptible to forest fires. In fact, a couple of years ago, we had forest fires that happened up in Canada. They got so out of hand that a billow of dark smoke came down and it washed over almost all of Washington and Oregon and California. It just went boo. It was awful. It got so bad that like old people were told, stay inside, you're gonna choke to death. So yeah, I understand why they want to ban fireworks. What I'm hung up about is like, it's not regulated at all. Like people still do it. It's just like, what's the big, with the bug? Might as well not even be a law. Lots of trees, but no American chestnut. Is that because it nearly died out? Oh! I know something funny. Our local fireworks have some serious jailbait names. What does that mean? Same thing with Kiev and Kyiv. Kiev is based on the Russian pronunciation, and Kyiv is the Ukrainian one. Considering it's the capital of Ukraine, I'd say Kyiv is more correct. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, yeah. Speaking of fireworks, my country recently passed a law which has made fireworks illegal. Fireworks are okay, but, oh wait, firecrackers. Firecrackers are now banned, and I'm so happy about it. The poor pets can now chill. That was another thing, too. I heard like a bunch of people in the aftermath of 4th of July just saying, oh my God, my dog was just crying all night. I couldn't console them. Or like, oh, my dog, I had to give them drugs to make them finally shut up. Meanwhile, my cat did not care. We were in fireworks go off for days, and my cat would just like kind of lay down next to me, fall asleep. Like I was sitting there playing Tunic with my cat like just up against me, sleeping, as outside we're just hearing what sounds like a machine gun. Oh, it was great. Remember when the skies turned red midday due to the California forest fires? Yep, I sure do. When was that? That is very familiar. We have a firecracker that, no fucking joke, looks and is called fucking dynamite. Oh, jailbait like that. Oh, okay. Here you go, sirs. Here's literally a bomb. Here you go. Have some fun with it. Go on. Go out there. Find a group and get them involved in it too. Hand it to a kid. See how long they can hold it before Oh, well, I won't go into it, but you know by the title, so it's your responsibility now. Go nuts. Happy 4th of July. Oh, God. Satire. I'm joking. I'm joking. I would never give you a bomb because I don't trust you. I can't trust you anymore. I hate firecrackers. Oh, it's just like walking outside during winter and feeling like I'm in Detroit. Damn. Yeah. One time I went out to the Midwest to visit a friend, and I had visited them around the 4th of July. So we actually sat down in a park and watched how they launch fireworks in the Midwest. Let me tell you, they ain't fucking around. They brought out what can only be described as a tank. It was like 16 chambers. I'm not joking. It was just a fucking tank. Like, they just brought it out, wheeled on the back of a pickup truck. 16 chambers. Really think about that. 16 fucking huge chambers. And I just sat there on a blanket with my friend, and we just sat there and watched as this 16 chamber cannon, tank, whatever, just pointed up above a lake. And I guess the fact it's above a lake, that's fine. You know, the rest is fine. And it just... just... Doom! 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 And as soon as it was loud enough coming out of the cannon. As soon as it hit the sky, pow! Pow! Like, japers, crapers! You kind of got used to it after a little while, you know, after some of your eardrum cells kind of, you know, fizzled away, I suppose. But wow, that was like... Oh, dear, here's how we bend it like Beckham. We ain't fucking around in the Midwest. Da-da-da-da-da. There's a picture with a goat manning a Maxim pattern machine gun because, as the picture description says, it was trained to get used to the noise. So it was manning the MG. Oh, a goat? I swear to God, I think I once saw a firework that's shaped like a fat man newt. I believe it. I 100% believe it. I 100% believe it. Matter of fact, I think I saw something similar, but like years ago in like 2010 or something. Like when Fallout had been around, like Fallout 3 had been around for a little while. Dreddy, imagine if someone made a compilation of your sniffing. It'd be like, you're so mean to me. You're such a bully. You're such a little bully. I have an allergy. I'm trapped in this house that's giving me allergies, and you're being mean to me. I can't help it. What do you want? For it to like dribble out and into my mouth? I don't have tissues on hand. Goddamn, the Midwest is using fireworks as katyushash? Fireworks katyushash? What? They're setting it off like they're holding off the Wehrmacht at Stalingrad. Okay, well, I know Stalingrad. Okay, I half know what you're talking about. My country legit doesn't give a shit about firework names, and I love it for all the ironic reasons. I mean, that's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Call it Fat Man. Call it Dynamite. Well, Poland, yes. Isn't there, like, some interestingly named candy in Poland, or am I thinking of somewhere else? Like, are there also like odd names for candy, or there's a brand only in Poland where they have like candy that's called like bird shit and other stuff? A Katyusha is an old Soviet anti-personnel rocket system they used in World War II. Completely uncontrollable. Whoa, using mass saturation to pulverize enemy shells. Oh. You have some cool candies here, yeah. They're Malagi, probably, which is a chocolate nugget with a fruity filling inside. Ooh, that does sound good. European chocolates are the best, honestly. Like, American chocolates are shit. I think most Americans know this as well. It's fine. Most American food is kind of shit. That's why you get imports, you know? That's why you go to like a Trader Joe's or whatever. Trader Joe's gets like a lot of imported food, which is good. Yeah, no, if you got a Trader Joe's in America, go there and get like any of their chocolate. They get chocolate imported from like Poland, I think, also Belgium. The Belgium one I'm specifically thinking of is this big thing of chocolate with these little Concours Bad Fur Day like squares. You just break off each individual square and oh, they're delish. They're delish. If you spent your entire life living in America only eating American chocolate, go and have chocolate from Europe. It's really good, and don't like try to take offense to it. It's just that other countries have different ways of making chocolate, and they're really good at it. Like, it rocks. Cadbury, that's a classic one that gets around. When I briefly went to Britain for a little bit, and France. And in Britain, I got Cadbury quite a couple of times. It was real good. It was real good. Also, since I'm talking about Britain, fucking fish and chips. Fish and chips. It's so like it's so cliched to say. I know, but I went to Britain, I had fish and chips, and it was really good. It was really good. My family doesn't agree. They did not like the fish and chips. It was really good. All right. That fish and chips, that shit rocks. That shit was awesome. And I really love fish, and I love my chips. You know, like I have a point of reference. I eat it all the time. The ones in Britain, though, they're just better. They're so good. Now, that being said, a burger made in like Britain or France or whatever, I didn't buy a lot of them there, but they leave little to be desired. I feel like that is a bit more of a like it's better in like America, probably for the wrong reasons. Whatever. Oh my God, I was right. It's called Birdie Milk. Oh, okay. In reality, it's just milky cream blocks with chocolate topping, kind of like marshmallows. Ooh. Not a fan. All right, fair enough. You made it sound really good, though. Nicknamed after an army song. Oh, the Katyusha. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it, but like, you know, it's the best I got off the top of my head. In Hungary and Serbia, as I recently found out, there's a type of licorice candy called, let's be careful here, Negro, named after its creator, Pietro Negro. Okay, I was right, yeah. Yeah, that's what's unfortunate about that particular word. In English, it sounds very close to a slur, but in most countries, it is literally the color black. Unfortunate. I don't know, though. I think you could put it like even a monicum of effort to make it sound different. Negro is not the slur we're thinking of, so yeah. It's fine. I understand what you mean. It's fine. And that's neat. Speaking of Europe, and also I'm sure like in Hungary and Serbia, and Italy, if it's sold there too. I'm sure saying it in your language comes across a lot more natural than if you were to say it in English. Speaking of European food, I've been shown my online friends Romanian cuisine dishes, and also we have in store as cheese meats. I got them all interested. Ooh. Really didn't like fish and chips in Britain. I think the vendor I bought it from never changed the frying oil. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, you could just have something poorly prepared. Home cooked burgers are definitely better in the US. Yes, yes. Also, barbecues, man. I haven't gone to a barbecue in like a long time, and I miss them. I miss them. So nice. I want to go out to a park, have a barbecue. My goodness. Guys, get that shit down to a T. Hey, great. I don't much represent my own country, especially not now, but hey, I like compliments. I'm also there getting a Steam Deck. You're getting a Steam Deck OLED? Ooh, Orphle. Not on. I know I'm pissing you off. But I'm dying. I've heard, Wub, that Poland or Polish candy also has like a bit of like a saltiness to it. Is that could you confirm? This is just stuff that I hear. Like I haven't gone out and actually tried any of this candy. Maybe I should. If you want to use the N word, I don't. But okay, let's see where this goes. We basically say it in a U.S. accent. That's how you know that you are you. Yeah, no, yeah. It's also like, you know, in America, like you have the term use the hard R, right? Like that, you can say it intentionally, and people know what you're doing. You know, it's hard to do it by accident. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny when PewDiePie did that thing, right? Because it's hard to do that by accidents, I think. In any case, though, yeah. Highly recommend Malagi, though. Delicious stuff. I mean, you were giving me the hard sell. Maybe I could, like, import some or whatever. I don't see myself ending up in Poland one day, but you never know. Just remember the brand of Romanian chocolate is called Poiana? Can't really confirm, to be honest. All right. I mean, maybe this is the part where I just import some Polish food and I just try it. Salt is a good complementary flavor to chocolate and toffee. It's true. It's true. See, when I heard that, that's what I assumed it was for, you know, like, oh, Polish candy has a whole lot of salt in it, and I'm just like, okay, that's probably because there's a lot of chocolate. Yeah, I know Americans, when they're told, like, whenever American candies are talked about by other folk, what they'll say is Americans love peanut butter. There's so many popular candies in America that are just like mostly peanut butter. And the only one I can really think of is, I guess, Reese's, obviously, because that one is chocolate and peanut butter. That is like the selling point, you know? Peanut butter, chocolate, great when separate, but when they combine, they make the morning time epic. Morning time epic. Morning time epic. Eat candy for breakfast, die a little earlier. I'm just referencing PBG left and right. As for Negro, it's pretty good as far as licorice goes. There's also minty and honey versions of the candy. Its tagline, the chimney sweep throat. Oh, I love that. That's fun. Used to be sold as medicine. I know that. Yeah, licorice was sold as a medicine, what, for clearing your throat? Of course, I'm not saying salt wouldn't be an ingredient in a candy. I just don't really feel it. You know, this may be one of those things where I heard this from was Peebs, who he was doing a bunch of food reviews of Polish candy. He fucking hated it. Like, he was really, really like, oh my God, this is disgusting. Like, he was really, really taken aback with how salty it was. He really hated it. He seemed to hate like all the Polish candy, which was flabbergasting to me. I'm like, all of it? All of it's bad. All of it's bad? Okay. And yeah, a thing that he brought up was that it was like so salty. But what this easily could be is the American palate is not used to candy that's on like the saltier side. I know there's a lot of Asian foods, not really candy exactly, but just like foods made in Asia, whether it's like Chinese food, Japanese, Laotian, Vietnamese food as well. There's just some foods that like I'm not used to, and I look at it and I go, oh boy, oh, ugh. Like it's disgusting, but it's disgusting to me because I just don't have that very often. I'm not used to it, therefore it's unfamiliar. Therefore, it's gross. I would assume that's what Peebs was talking about when he said, oh my God, all of this is salty. I even have a monochrome picture of a chimney sweeper at my work. When it comes to US, though, man, since Zombieland, I've been dreaming of trying out a Twinkie and a Snowball. I don't have those here. Oh! Yeah, I mean, go for it. They certainly have a distinct taste to them. Honestly, I kind of wish, if you could help it, like, and you ever are in America, don't come right now, but like when things are a little safer, if you can get a Twinkie, try and get one at like a fair, because those Twinkies are like handmade. Handmade Twinkies are, oh, they're wonderful. Oh, they're wonderful. Or if you really hate yourself and you want something delicious that's gonna fucking kill you, have a deep fried Twinkie. Have a Twinkie that has been put in a deep fryer and it has a toasty layer. It's real good, but you need to have it with a drink. You need a big thing of water or milk. Milk was pretty good with it. But yeah, it's delicious, but it makes you thirsty fast. I'm hungry now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Shunteration, the links don't work for some reason. It's not something that I set up on YouTube. They just delete URLs. Do you have, are you on the Discord? Didn't the Scottish invent deep frying candy bars? Maybe. I don't know. I just saw them at a fair one day and was like, oh my God, what the fuck? That's crazy. You're crazy. And then I had it, and it was glorious. It changed my life forever. It shortened my life by 20 years. Oh, have you ever had elephant ears at a fair or whatever? Is that an American only thing? That can't be. Elephant ears. It's like a toasted bread with a light sugar powder on it, and it's like this big, and usually you get it at a fair, and you'll have it in this nice little like little paper holder, and then a bunch of it sticks out at the top, and you just and if it's prepared right, it's, you know, soft and it's warm and it's got that nice little sugar powder on it. It's got a little bit of crispiness to it. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I once had a diabolical idea to wrap a Snicker bar inside a pancake and bread. And wrap a Snicker bar inside a pancake and bread it with tea biscuits like a crook. Oh, wow. That's a lot. You already got me at like a Snickers bar wrapped in a pancake. But then like tea biscuits. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of carbs. That's not the worst though. That's not the worst. I just got done talking about deep fried Twinkies, so. Let me see if I can trick the system. Oh, are you... Shunteration. Hold on, I'm gonna get... In the description, is there a link to my, yeah, Shunteration, if you don't mind, going on my Discord, there is a link to it in the description of this stream. Like at the bottom, it says like, Discord and other stuff. The Discord link will bring you to my Discord. I did that ages ago. I should be fine. I should be fine now. It's okay. And fair enough. I remember I had a really weird craving as a child where I loved taking a pickle, like a big dill pickle, not like, you know, a tiny one, like a full, probably like this big. I don't use Discord. Oh, like you don't have it? I think it opens, oh, but you don't have an account either, do you? Ah, shit. Bad experiences. Hey, fair enough. I got a few people on here that don't use Discord either, so understandable. I'm not sure how to help you though. Yeah, I could look it up later. What were you talking about? It's the branding for not Malagi, but what was it? Negro. I can look it up later when I'm not working. But I was going to say, yeah, I used to take a pickle, like a full pickle. I used to bite off the head, and I used to like suck out the entrails of the pickle while I had a can of root beer next to me. This combination of a pickle, like the insides of a pickle, and a can of root beer, for some reason was really, really satisfying, and it fucked up my teeth. It fucked up my teeth. Like, I would go through a pickle and an entire can of root beer, and afterwards my teeth were so acidic because I just doused it with sugar and pickle juice that if I breathed too hard, my teeth would start to hurt. I was recently getting various cheese toasts at home, though. Too many list in detail. Yeah, I'm trying to get creative with my foods, honestly. Like, not only does it kind of save you money to just get a bunch of food assets than it is to, you know, just get yourself a TV dinner all the time, but honestly, it's like, it's way more yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Kid, you was a weird census freak. Yeah. Well, yeah. I know. Whatever. I was watching, I have a very clear memory of me watching Courage the Cowardly Dog while I was doing this. I did not do this for very long because it fucking hurts. So at some point I was like, this hurts too much. I can't do this anymore. Which is, you know, I guess that's good. I came to that realization. Anyone here ever get like weird cravings that you can think of? Just like really strange concoctions that you cooked up? I remember there was a girl at my school who she would put ranch on like everything. And I mean everything. Like she would have like a grilled cheese sandwich and dip it in ranch every single bite. She'd get carrots, dip it in ranch, you know, the fairly sensible stuff. She'd get a thing of chili and she'd put some ranch in the chili and like stir it up. She had I remembered, I think I saw her one time take some kind of fruit, probably an apple, I think, and she like dipped it in ranch and took a big bite out of it. That's pretty weird. my God. I just had like a weird fucking, I don't know how many of you were raised in like a public school, or maybe your public school experience was different from mine. I saw this post online a while ago that really summarized my high school experience, where they said like, hey, do you remember that time in high school when you went to the cafeteria and ate the most dog shit mid-level food that barely filled you up, and then you went to gym and were expected to run 3 miles? And I didn't think about it at the time, but yeah, at my high school, we were expected to run a lot, and there was the 3-mile run, which was that was more of like a final test. We were expected to run a mile, though, pretty much every time we went to gym. And yeah, before doing that, we would go to lunch and get, you know, kind of shitty public school food. To be fair, I don't blame the cafeteria people. They're given the ingredients. It's the ingredients that suck. They're doing the best that they can with what is given to them. Public schools are not given like proper funding. They get the worst shit. Certified American public school moments. There's something you can try. Drink Coke after eating ice cream. It's best if it's restaurant Coke, like what you get at McDonald's, but bottled Coke will work as well. Really? The taste is just great. God, that's a lot of sugar, but okay. I gotta give it a try. The SpongeBob-styled sundae that I only ever have if there's fuck all to eat is a sandwich with onions. A sandwich with onions, diced garlic, and cheap sliced cheese with either ketchup or sweet chili sauce. Ooh, I am almost with you. I'd have to put like a slice of ham in there or something. Some kind of meat in there, some kind of protein. That's just my style, but that does not sound all that bad. No, that didn't happen to me in cafeteria. We didn't have cafeterias in schools when I was a kid. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I had cafeterias that were like kind of like in my elementary school. We had a really small cafeteria where you just got food. You got food and then you go back to your classroom, you know? It was only later that I got the typical, you see it on TV all the time, like, cafeteria with a bunch of tables for you to sit at. That was more like a middle school, high school thing. Grew to really hate Coke over the years. Well, that's good, because Coke hates you, and it kills you. Like, holy shit, the amount of sugar in that drink is unreal. It's crazy. I had a Coke, like, not too long ago. And when you've been away from Coke for a while and then you drink it, you realize it is poison. Like you're drinking it and you're just like, whoa, this is like rough. We don't really have private schools, not many. And the public school system was pretty robust. Past tense because government corruption and embezzlement. Oh my God. It never fucking ends, does it? I'm sorry. It's frustrating to see, but you see it so much, don't you? I much more prefer the good old Peps for having a more gentle taste. Yet this stream is sponsored by Pepsi Cola. Still try to avoid it though. Yeah, I love root beer. That's my thing. I love root beer. Yeah, root beer is my jamsicle. I love all different versions of root beer. Some root beer try to go for like a more robust flavor, which I really respect. You go to certain bars and they'll sell you like a nice chilled root beer and like a nice, frosted glass. That feels fancy. Usually they're more expensive, so if I'm going to get one, I'll only get like one. But man, ooh. Oh, it's so good. So good. There's something special about root beer. Food was pretty okay. We had both cafeteria, which our parents had to pay for separately, and a buffet, which we could buy junk food with our pocket money. Yeah, you know, that sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good to me. I had like a cafeteria, right? And we had a vending machine nearby. And pretty much every day I went to school, this is so fucking unhealthy, don't do this. Every day I went to school, I had a little bit of like pocket money on me from something. I didn't have an allowance. I don't know where I got the money. But every day I would get a hot fudge sundae Pop-Tart. And I loved it. And it was great. And it shortened my life by like 10 years. And also I was a fat fuck that had a horrifyingly rapid heart rate. I ate those hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts and I almost died. That's the type of stuff where you grow up eating healthy and you really don't think about like the ramifications of it until you visit a doctor or until, like me, you're just laying in bed and for some reason your body is shaking because your heart is beating too fast. That did happen to me. And let me tell you, there's fewer things in this world that are more terrifying than realizing your body is shaking because you're so unhealthy. Oh, man. Breakfast was always free, though, but it was only like a croissant and a chocolate roll and free school milk. Yeah. Kind of small. That's cool that it's free. Yeah. Could be better, but free is free. I always feel bad for the kids that were either like poor or did not have like any money for food day to day, but they still were going to public school. Those kids, some public schools would have like programs where poor families were allowed like free meals. You had to like get on the program pretty much. But a lot of schools did not do that, so they just kind of suffered. It was a practice, a pretty common practice that like some kids like that would just score a deal with one of their friends to be like, hey, can I finish your carrots? Hey, can I finish your like bag of chips, whatever. It's still rough living, but you know, you try to make it work. You try to get by. Poor SOBs. Sorry, I'm looking over at my own chat and we're talking about food now. There's like a Selena Gomez Oreo, which, yeah, I've seen this shit floating around for like the past couple months. What did Selena Gomez do recently? I haven't thought of Selena Gomez in over like 10 years. What's that? What's that goofy character up to that she has like her own Oreo brand? Is she up to no good? Is she doing like a collab with someone that matters? Still prefer Coke Zero. Ooh. I haven't really had Coke Zero. Jared, if you ever come to Europe, try the Coke here. Way less sugar and chemicals. I did try the Coke in Europe. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Also, if you're in America, try Mexican Coke. Or if you're in Mexico, try the Coke in Mexico. Because it's really good. It's really good. It's sugary. It's hella sugary. And it's got that, like you can really taste the tang of the Coke. I don't know, to be honest. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, whenever the family gets Coke. Used to be a fan of Coke Light, Diet Coke, but as recently I switched to Coke Zero completely. I mean, look, the further you can get from like really sugary drinks, the better off you're going to be. For any of you that saw like my older reviews compared to how I am now, I've lost a bit of weight, if you can tell. And the first thing I did was I dropped soda. I just stopped drinking soda every day. I used to drink soda every single day. And I was a fat shit that had an accelerated heartbeat. Yeah, so I dropped soda. And yeah, that took a lot of weight off me. Just saying. If you want to get healthier, lay off soda. Simple as that. Wait, Coke is good. I mean, Coke... I don't much care for Coke, but, you know, it's one of the most popular sodas out there, so, yeah, I can see why people like Coke, sure, yeah. You know what it was? Genuinely, you know what it was? I worked at a bar for a while. This was when I was making the Spyro review. Back with the ice cream. Welcome back, Mario. Oh, hey, Mario, it was you that left the comment, too. I was talking about the Selena Gomez Oreos. And how I've been seeing those everywhere too. Like we got a Safeway like sort of near us, and I go inside, and it's just those. It's like an entire rack of Selena Gomez Oreos. Do you know what's up with that? Like, is there like a concert I don't know about or something? It's fucking weird. Like, the last time I heard about this person was, I swear, like a decade ago. Is she like up to something? Actually caught up with your God of War video. Oh my God of War video? What? You watched my God of War video? Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not as proud of that one if you couldn't tell, but okay. So long as you enjoyed it. I'm an absolute caffeine fiend, and I can chug Monster. Jesus. At an alarming rate. I used to be addicted to Ghost energy drinks. As a matter of fact, I think on recent streams, I had like Ghost energy drinks, and I talked about them like, oh yeah, Ghost energy, yeah, they fucking rock. They're like great. They have 0 sugar, but they honestly like, they fill you up. They're good at energizing you, all that stuff. And I still believe that, you know, that is still good. I had a bad experience with one where I kind of had like a little upset tummy, I guess from something that I had ate, or I was just feeling a little like lethargic. I drank a Ghost, and then I violently threw up for like 20 minutes. It was amazingly gross. And since then, I haven't touched a single energy drink. I just don't trust myself anymore. I don't think I have the constitution for it. I drink a lot of coffee, though. So, you got me there. Usually the green screen up in the silly really high. I will say, I was very proud of that one joke I did about hats. I kept, because it's a green screen, I couldn't use my classic green hat, so I just kept switching hats. The fucking Lion King joke as well. I just put on the fez. That's one of those jokes that I made in editing. In my head, on the green screen, when I was doing the video, my only thought was like, oh, I'm gonna put on the fez and just look at the camera and go like, and that would be the end of the shot. But then while editing, I'm like, you know, it'd be so funny. You know, it'd be the best right now. The Lion King. This is all the vomit I just got here. Listen, Vic, all right? We're talking about Monster. We're talking about energy drinks. We're talking about how they hurt people. This is the worst thing happening in society. I had an energy drink and I flew up, okay? I flew up. I sorry, okay? That I don't know, but I tried them at my job. They're supposed to be chocolate and cinnamon. When you open the packaging, it reeks of cinnamon. But once you eat the cookie, it doesn't taste much like cinnamon at all. Huh. God, there was a brand of soda or energy drink I sometime came across that I swear came in a plastic bottle that was made of the cheapest plastic imaginable. Whoa. What's wrong from the God of War your video? That was just an older me. I made that video without a script, and me watching it, I remember being like, I remember like looking at that video and being like, oh, this isn't structured at all. Like, I'm trying to make a whole point about how like the plot in an otherwise like fun game to play. Let me start over. The point of that video was that a game sometimes compromises on its story just so it can make a fun game. Like, they focus on the gameplay and they kind of just toss the story to the side because either they don't care to, they don't really have a plan, or they can't, they don't have the time, they don't have the resources for it. I talked about how God of War 1 had like probably the best story, but God of War 2 was more fun gameplay wise. It had more set pieces, all that stuff. The combat felt tighter, the bosses were funner. God of War 3 was crazy fun. The set pieces were out of control. It was on the PS3. It was like a much more fun experience, but the story in 3 was dog shit, and the story in 2 was just the story in 3. They both were so fucking stupid. The game ends with you POV, you're the bad guy, as Kratos punches you over and over again until it's all just red. Like you cover the screen in blood. It's so goofy, which is like, look, that's fun. That's fun. That's my point though, is that like, it's not a very engaging story. I don't care what happens in the story, but they put a lot of fun stuff in it. They just focused on making it like wacky and edgy, just because it's entertaining, you know? But you compromise on the narrative a lot. The first God of War game had what I think like a perfect Greek tragedy wrapped around the spectacle fighter hack and slash biz that is the original God of War. Now, at the time I made that video, the PS4 God of War, the more modern God of Wars, weren't out yet. But I could have made a point about those too, because they have a way better story, and in my opinion, the gameplay is really lame. So it can be frustrating when like games seem to only focus the needle one way or the other. The story's really interesting, but the gameplay sucks, or the gameplay's really fun, but the story's not interesting. Another thing I could bring up was Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4's story is not actually very good or engaging or make any sense at all, but I love it because I love the gameplay. And if anything, I kind of love the Resident Evil 4 story, but only because it's wrapped around fun gameplay. There's a psychology that I was kind of tapping into with that video that if I just wrote a script, I think I would have made a really good point. And that video would have done better because that video was not very successful at all. It was all improvised. I was being lazy, you know, and it's not a bad video, but I have my own personal gripes about it, just for reasons like that. I think it had potential to be like so much more. But anyways, I'll never forget that joke where you said high school is the perfect time to play God of War, and you followed it up with gore. That audio clip, by the way, that audio clip, that is taken from a different review. That is taken from Lanny Pator's review of Berserk, which I don't know if you can maybe find that online somewhere. It used to be on Lanny Pator's website, but I don't think that exists anymore. Yeah, I took audio from another reviewer's video. And yeah, but it's because I thought it was so funny, and I thought of God of War when I heard it. Yeah, I tend to drink more coffee. Zero alcohol. I mean, hey, look, I don't drink at all. Energy drinks killed my parents. Japers. Not really, but I fancy especially when I have a stomach issue. I almost believe you for a second when you say that. Gotcha. Never had an energy drink. I don't trust them. That's good of you. That's good of you. Looked it up. It's actually an energy drink. And the sticker isn't purple and yellow. It's white and red. Honestly, I love an in-depth plot. I'm a sucker for stories that are just pure. Who cares? Let's just have fun. Yeah. That's the other thing, too. Your mileage may vary. Ultimately, a video game comes down to what do you want out of it, you know? Like, to me, a game like The Last of Us, the story itself doesn't interest me because I just don't really care about zombies, you know? And or like post-apocalyptic stuff. You need to have more of like an interesting edge to it. And I think what people like about Last of Us is that it's purely a post-apocalyptic zombie story. Like, they really stick to the genre to a T. And in that way, that's what people love about it. It's why people love Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is purely JRPG goodness. You played and you're like, this is exactly what I think of when I think of a JRPG. This kind of vibe is is executed perfectly in Dragon Quest. You know, if it's your thing, ooh, you're gonna love it. You like zombies, you like fucking depressing post-apocalyptic stories, you'll probably love Last of Us. Didn't really catch me, and the gameplay kind of milquetoast. Gameplay didn't really interest me all that much. Last of Us kind of sort of played like the Silent Hill 2 remake. But in that case, Silent Hill 2 remake had really great atmosphere and music and boss monsters, and the combat loop was really fun because of the level design. It's just, there was a lot working for that game, and that's why I liked it. Ultimately, your mileage may vary. Everybody likes a different kind of game, you know? That's just art. You'd like Deadly Premonition then. Yeah. Personally, for me, there are only 2 games that have amazing gameplay and story. Red Dead Redemption 2 and Persona 5. Ooh. The Persona series are quite good. I'm playing 5 right now in my spare time. I don't want to stream playing 5. I'm streaming myself playing Persona 3. I think that's good enough. But I'm going through 5 right now, and oh, it's fantastic. It's got terrible all over the place gameplay, but Deadly Premonitions is terrible all over the place with the gameplay, but the narrative and characters are so charming and quirky that it holds the whole thing together to the end. I would honestly love a zombie game where the setting is just that, a setting, while the real context is just 2 gangs of bandits fighting for land with over-the-top Saints Row 2 tier silliness. Okay. Doesn't sound half bad. You goofy bitch. Where'd the motherfucking gabagool go? I think when it comes to video games, the most important part is the gameplay. If the story sucks, but the game is fun, then I think it's good. If the story sucks and the game is good, I can at least beat the game. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Spark the Electric Gesture is a really, really fun game. It plays like a 3D Sonic game. Very clear inspirations with Sonic, but stands on its own as being like an original property. That game is great. I can pull it out at any time. I don't care for the story, like, at all. The story is really hard to follow, and the story is kind of all over the place. There's way too many characters. There's so much talking. You can skip the cutscenes. You can. But I can't, like... I can't sit there and go through every single cutscene, like, and follow the narrative. I just can't. It's just not engaging. I'm sorry. The game is fun, though. I played the game all the way to completion because it was so good. So yeah, in that respect, if we're talking about, like, what matters more, I guess gameplay matters more, because at least then I can beat the game. If the gameplay fucking sucks and the story is, like, good, I don't know, you need a lot to convince me to stick around. This monster is a bit more of a belly. Let me, Dead Rising is good zombie game because it's a super hard arcadey feeling game where it's sheer anarchy BS, killing a massive horde with whatever you find. Those games are great. Yeah, they really are. I used to like tank games, but World of Tanks absolutely fucking chugs on my computer. And War Thunder banned a friend of mine, so I left out of sympathy. Ah, much respect. Tony Soprano ordering a sub. Gabagool, provolone, vinegar peppers. What is he actually saying? He's not saying gabagool. He's saying like kapakool or something. But his accent accentuates it so hard. It's a gabagool. Now, what he is saying is like a really normal food dish, you know? But he calls it gabagool, and like several people in the show call it gabagool. I think that's what's so funny about it. The fuck is gabagool? Yo, it's gabagool. Yeah, let me tell you what it is. It's fucking good. Capicola, that's it. Yeah, it's supposed to be capicola, which is a type of deli meat. Yes, that was in my head. I was like, it's meat, right? I'm the stupid white guy. If I get it wrong, I'll get made fun of. The fuck is gabagool? I just imagine like talking about gabagool, and then somewhere in a crowd, someone just stands up and they're just like, "What the fuck is gabagool? What is this shit? I hear about it every day. What the hell? Whatever happened to a pepperoni pizza?" Yeah, no, it's deli meat. Capicola. Yeah, gabagola. But they call it gabagool. Gabagool. Like the Italians don't say the A like mozzarella. Oh, oh shit, you're so right. So he's supposed to say gabagool. Oh, capicola. But he says capicole, but with his accent, it's gabagool. Gabagool. There you go. Hey, don't say I didn't teach you nothing, yeah? Or well, it wasn't me, it was Mario. But like, I read it, so you're welcome. Dead Rising to this day is my all-time favorite game. Nice. Lots of amateur writers don't realize that their stories don't have to be super unique to be good. What makes a good story is an engaging delivery in between. It should be as simple as this guy bad. I think now, something in my writing class that I agree with is the idea that your story should have some level of an elevator pitch. That is to say, your plot should be, you should be able to explain your plot enough that you can pitch it while standing in an elevator with someone else, right? Like, what's Pokemon about? Pokemon is this fantasy world where kids go around collecting monsters, which they train the monsters to get stronger so that they fight other kids who have their own monsters. There you go. It's like just a few sentences and you can really capture what's special about a story. It's also really helpful if you're trying to, like, you know, pitch this to a producer. That's why it's called an elevator pitch. Friggin' Lord of the Rings. What's the point of Lord of the Rings? There's an evil ring and everybody in the world wants it, but it's in the hands of this tiny little innocent man that is willing to travel across the world to destroy it himself. That is basically the through line for Lord of the Rings. Now, that leaves out a shitload of stuff, but that is the through line. And that's important when you're writing. You want a through line. There's a lot of comics, there's a lot of webcomics that do not have a through line. and I think their plots kind of fall apart. One of my favorite comics ever, and I hate to say it, one of my favorite comics ever, Paranatural, it does not have a through line. It has really fun characters. The art is great. Like, they've had these isolated storylines that are super fun, and it's been going on for years. I don't know what the plot is about. It meanders so long. It meanders forever. I don't even know who the antagonist is. Like, oh, God. It helps a lot as a writer to just have that main premise for your sake so that you can lean on it when you're getting, like, confused. For me, for Worlds of Stage, I have to focus on, like, what's my through line? Where is this going? What's the point? You know, what's the theme? And a nice elevator pitch helps to center yourself, makes you not, like, waste too much time. Glad to Barada Agabagoo. Mind if I share the premise for the story I'm working on? Be my guest. Be my guest. I could already tell as soon as I got into this little rant that I was going to waken some writer conversation. Kingdom Hearts was an elevator pitch, surprisingly. I knew about that. Yeah, it was an elevator pitch from someone that worked at Square Enix to someone that worked at Disney. They were literally in an elevator, and he pitched the idea to him, and it worked. You know, like, for example, the story I shared with mythology and religion based on lore a while back. The context is main character fucks something up and has to clean up his mess as punishment. Okay. Number 2, seems simple enough, but deep down, it's a story about the main character dealing with self-hate by being a lovable goober. Fair enough. Yeah, no, and that's the thing, is you have the main premise, and then you have everything else. Main premise for, like, my comic would be in, like, a medieval fantasy, a bunch of like, hapless strangers suddenly get connected together by this evil gesture demon that forces them into a contract to save the world, pretty much. And it's implied that they can't get out of it because the demon has already chose them. And then that's it. That's how the party meets. That's how the rest of the story takes off. And my fixation is on the characters. Each individual character has, like, their own stuff going on, and they unravel as characters. They have a lot of stuff hidden in them that needs to be unraveled as the story goes on. And yeah. Gestures are in vogue these days. They sure are. I came up with all this, like, years ago, and a lot of this is in collaboration with my friend who made the D&D campaign that this is based off of. But I digress. They are in vogue. Could be worse. You could be that one web comic I read years ago that was rebooted 4 times and basically thought, if you have to reboot the story that many times, it might not be worth it. That's another problem. That's called first page syndrome, where you look at the first page of your comic and you keep redoing it over and over again. Something you got to learn when you're making web comics, when you're making comics in general, and this may sound wrong, but trust me on this, sometimes you have to say to yourself, it's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. Move on. There's lots of pages that I look at where I'm sort of like, this could look better. This could be better. This could this could that. Hold on. Let me pull up, like, a quick example. There's, like, some pages or panels that, yeah, like this one, for example. The text isn't important, but I think it looks, like, perfectly fine. But I think it might be, like, too many panels. There's things about it that I feel could be, like, different. The, like, sizing on these characters is, like, maybe a little more rough than I'd like it to be. Some characters kind of seem like a little off model. Like, I think Orazog is supposed to be bigger in this shot. Stuff like that. And again, I think maybe too many panels. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine because I could do this for the rest of my fucking life and it would never come out. And here's the deal. People don't care. They don't care. A revelation I had was I was reading through One Piece and I was just gliding through the pages. I was not sitting there and going one at a time. Oh, look at that panel and this and that and yada, yada. I'm just exploring the story because that's the best part. I think my art style is good enough for the story that I'm telling. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just move on because people are not going to be super judgmental about your art style. They're here to experience the story. So if your characters can help you tell the story, then people will read the text. They'll see what character is saying the text, and they're just going to move on, you know? It's fine. It's fine. All right, imagination persona. In the future, humanity was destroyed by an evil substance that also mutates the animals and turns them into anthros. Ooh. The main character is a jackal that moves to a city to live with his aunt. And the city is under the protection of a wolf superhero that is somehow able to grow giant size and is the city's defender. So it's a giant wolf, an anthro wolf, I assume. It's a giant wolf superhero. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with a giant wolf, so fair enough. Amazing Digital Circus has pretty much popularized gestures once again. Sure has. I still haven't seen that show yet. I hear it's great. I've had a comic in my head for years. It's mainly a lot of cool ideas, but I've yet to write a solid story. In time, he later realizes that he can be redeemed because it all takes place in the span of 500 years. Whoa, and every modern day person forgets about his mistake and doesn't find him as bad. Okay. The comic was called Graveston, and it was around the time of the Soul Eater Helsing Gothic anime aesthetic was popular. It had a lot of charm to it, turns out. I read its first reboot. Even after the Amazing Digital Circus, you have Jevil, yup, and Harley Quinn, yup. I do agree, though, that Pomni ruined my reference pick searches. Shame, because I like her and the Amazing Digital Circus. Like, yeah, your story can be as basic as Save the Princess plot, but it can become special so long as you make it engaging. It's true. I constantly have to remind myself I'm still learning and be a perfectionist. Yep, perfectionism is... It's good to be critical of yourself, but you need to have structure. You need to have structure, or else you're never going to get anything done. The second reboot, after it had gotten to a cliffhanger in the first one, and the writer guy decided to just suddenly change character dynamics and sexual preferences. Stuff that was fine before. Yeah, essentially looks like great art. Thank you. Honestly, one thing I would suggest to people, which is, I think, a bit of a harder sell, is don't make your comics excessively complicated. I put like so much shit into quite a few comic ideas that they just ended up being canceled because I looked back at the sheer magnitude of it all and was like, I can't fucking do this. I can't do this in my life. Like, I'll need to be working on this for the rest of my fucking life. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, genuinely, try and make a comic that's like 100 pages. Make a 100-page comic with a story that lasts from page 1 to page 100. Good luck with the comic. I still need to do some fan art for you someday. Hey, I appreciate it. But yes. That is my challenge to somebody. If you want to get into a long-form comic, make a 100-page comic with a story that lasts from page 1 to page 100. Then you can kind of understand the magnitude of making a massive story with a lot of pages. It's so easy when you're writing to get like excited and want to like make 100 scenes. There's a point where you have to rein it in because you can't make all that. You just can't. Not unless you're like being funded, which a lot of us aren't. So Yeah. And it breaks your heart to do that too, because this is your work, this is your pride and joy. But well, at that point, you need to ask yourself: do you want it out? Do you want it released, or do you just want it to be like a pleasant thought? And that's not me tutting either. That's not me trying to be like derogative or shaming or whatever. Some people can just like come up with ideas that are fun, you know? Like, oh, I have this world and this idea in mind and everything, but I don't want to make a story out of it. I just want it to be like fun ideas that I make, like a character design here, a whatever over here, the idea of a story, but not fully committing to it. That is perfectly valid and a thing that lots of people do. Like, that is not a weird thing at all, and that's not defeat at the hands of like trying to make a massive comic. If anything, it's probably the sensible thing to do if you want to sanely go through and make a story, make any story at all for these characters that you love. To me, I have made a comic already. I made a 150-page comic. And so I look at my comic and I think I can make this. I can make a comic. It is now 2 a.m. Gotta go. Honk shoe. Would you call me? It's fun. Later, Web. Thank you for answering all my questions. This looks great. There's been 2 inspirations for my story. Persona 5 and Parasite Eve. Ooh, you just reminded me I need to play some Parasite Eve on a stream. Then Grafton became Death Host. Don't be a perfectionist, be a maximalist. Try not to be perfect because that's impossible. But do the most you can. Yep, I agree. People, like consumers, enjoy simplicity. Some people will argue that they like things to be more complex, but simplicity draws in everyone. That's what you really want deep down with your works. So you're drawing, I'm still writing a high of a drawing I did 2 days ago. I drew Charlie Morningstar. Ooh, it was my first time inking with a pen and coloring. I'm so proud of it. Hey, are you on my Discord? Do you feel comfortable sharing it? I'd love to see it. Yeah, I think I'll call it soon anyways, because I got quite a lot of detailing done. For anyone perhaps curious what is happening in this image, we'll see this is a bad guy, and he's getting his head, you know, kind of taken the fuck off. I'm not super great at gore, but boy, do I really want to put it in this comic. So I'm doing my best. Again, just settle on what is acceptable. Like what can you make that gets the point across and it looks pretty good, you know? There's only so much you can do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, ta-da. This is kind of a gnarly page. I think it still looks plenty cartoony to get the idea across. I still need to work a bit on the background. I think background needs a little more texture to it, but yeah. That is an arm being chopped off. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty epic. And here is a different guy getting his head, as I said, you know, motherfucking off. So yeah. I like inserting a healthy bit of like gory violence in there. You scared the software into not crashing. That looks so cool. Oh, thank you. It looks awesome. Oh, thank you. Okay. So it does. All right. That is encouraging then. I'm still calling her Charlie Magne in my head. Or Magne? Is that how you say it? I was about to say, did you save? Yes. Hold on. Yes, Mario. I'm a professional. You scared the software into not crashing. I know. I did a total fucking like I folded my arms. You can tell I've been dealing with like Microsoft bullshit for a long time. Oh, hey, this is kind of an interesting note. So this is Clip Studio Paint, right? But I'm on a Linux machine. How does that work? Well, this, if you can believe it, this is running on a virtual machine. So this is a virtual version of what the fuck? I'm an idiot. This is a virtual version of Windows 10, operating off my copy of Windows 10 that I still had from the last time I used Windows 10. I don't like Windows. I don't like Microsoft. I don't like any of that. But there are some programs like Clip Studio Paint that only work on Windows. So here we are. So yeah, that's how I got Clip Studio to work. I think in like a previous stream, I was like, oh, I got Clip Studio to like sort of kind of work, but like it's not great. This is how you do it. You know, plain and simple. I'm using what's called VirtualBox. It's a program that like comes with Linux. And then, yeah, you just get a copy of Windows 10 and then install it. And there you go. Now you have it. And the best part, you can turn off the internet for this operating system. So Windows can't track my shit or whatever they do. They can't turn on Copilot and start downloading all my files because they don't have an internet access. So there we go. Charlie Magan, like, sorry, I need to read from the top. Oh, the sweet stench of blood. It's enough to make a man sick. I almost recognize it. Drax, I got to dip soon, so here's your out of context homework for the day. Watch the movie Ferlofia, Son of the White Mare. Subtitles will help because it never has been dubbed. But understanding is not necessary for the experience. Interesting. Charlie Magnan, like Charlie Magnan. Uh-huh. We believe in you, Dradex. Thank you. Magnan would be pronounced like the second half of Charlie Magnan. Yeah. Post it in the Discord. Ooh! Maybe this will be the last thing I do. I'm pretty much done. Oh! Oh, hey! Dang, yeah, no, you got like the fun expression and everything. Yeah, I like that a lot. Wowie, wow. Okay. Very cool. You should be proud of that. Look at that. Yeah, that's sick. Right on. All right, yeah, well. Nice. Yeah, I like the framing. I like the kind of like canted angle going on as well. Cool. Charlemagne. Oh, Charlemagne. I have heard this word before. I've never seen it written. Charlemagne. Okay. I got it now. Maine would be pronounced Maine. Yeah, so Charlie Maine is what you're getting at. Charlemagne, Charlie Maine. Okay, I got it now. Yeah, okay. That's the end of the stream, though. We'll end on this beautiful image. I'm surprised I got, like, the whole page inked, pretty much. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's it. Take care. By the way, before I left for ice cream, you mentioned something about the commissioner requested. Yeah, I have some progress on it. I can share it a bit later. I need to... I would like to do a little more work on it before I show it to you. But yes, I have some more work to show you. I have begun the storyboarding process. So I can show you that at some point. Maybe later tonight. We'll see. I need to get off my ass and eat dinner. Yeah, take care, everybody. You're great. The next thing I stream will be, I guess it's going to be Sly 3. I'll need to set up my stuff in one of these fucking boxes. In one of these boxes, I have my recorder. And yeah, we'll be good. So yeah. Next time, Sly 3. See you then. Great stream. Have a great dinner. Thanks.